The chamber grows still. Not quiet, but still. The air feels heavier, like something has settled, but not the way it should have. A faint glow beneath your feet begins to shift. The fractured glass-like floor changes. The cracks smooth. The broken edges mend. The dim light strengthens into something warm, radiant, and whole. You are still standing in the chamber, but it is no longer ruined. The pillars stand unbroken. The air hums with quiet power. And reflected in the polished surface beneath your feet, you are not alone. There are figures in the room. Not shadows, not ghosts, but people. They move. They are you. But not as you are. Your reflections stand in different positions, not scattered, not reacting, placed. Each of you stands at a precise point around the chamber, evenly spaced, intentional. Axis, Josie, Kat, Wes. You are positioned exactly where the Zenith warriors stood, where they held the lines, where they anchored the light. But this is not restraint. This is not containment. You're not holding something in place. You are part of it. Threads of radiant energy stretch between you, faint but unmistakable, flowing, connecting, all of it converging towards the center. At the center of the chamber, a figure stands in radiant light, still, unmoving. Awen. But not the Awen you know. The markings across his body, they're not as they were. They've grown, expanded. The radiant lines stretch further across his arms, his chest, his neck. More intricate, more complete. You've seen these patterns before. On the one you just fought. There's strain there, not visible in the movement, but felt. Like something immense is being held in place, contained, endured. The light does not move freely. It presses, it builds, it waits. And somehow, he is the one holding it together. Like the moment before something finally gives way. And across from him, another figure, armored in light, blade in hand, Kalon, but not as he stands now. This version of him does not question, does not falter, does not hesitate. He already knows what must be done. The room holds its breath. You feel it, not tension, not fear, alignment. The energy tightens. The threads between you pull taut. Everything converges. The blade rises, not in anger, not in desperation, in purpose. Awen does not move to defend, does not step back. Instead, he steps forward. The reflections begin to desynchronize. They move slightly faster now, like something trying to keep up and failing. The threads flicker, the light fractures. You hear something, not in your ears, but inside your chest, a voice, distant, broken. It was not complete. The chamber cracks, alignment falters, and just before it breaks, you see it, the blade, already buried in Awen's chest. The threads gone, the light wrong. The chamber collapses back into ruin. The glow dims, the cracks return, the air goes cold. The blade in your hand feels heavier, chaotic, incomplete. And that's where we're going to end today's session. All right, everybody. That was the episode recap. So, welcome to episode 11. We will pick it up right where we left off. So, as you guys know, we were just there. You just saw this vision. And you're back in the chamber now. And what are your reactions to that, right? That's what you just defeated the prophet. You saw this vision. Now you're back with each other.
Kalon's just gonna look at Awen, but he's gonna just look at Awen, but he's not looking for a response. But I mean, he's also very hurt right now, so he's kind of out of breath and a little shaky. But he's gonna look at the blade, and he's gonna look at Awen, and he's just gonna see what he can pick up from him.
Awen's gonna look across and look around, and you're gonna see him take a few steps back away from you, and he's gonna go off the, what is this, the dais, the altar?
The dais in the middle there.
He's just gonna kind of like, you can sense there's like a panic in his eyes. I mean, he's also like a sneeze away from going unconscious again after going unconscious like what, 4 times in that fight?
Plus he's got a cold.
Yep.
So.
Yeah.
Plus he's got a cold, so you know. And I think he's gonna just slowly try to walk away from the group as best he can to keep as much distance. Probably trying to make his way more towards like the pillar over here. And just eyeing everybody and what they're doing. More
if you
in
look-
preparation for reaction.
Right. If you look at Kat, she's just she's collapsed on the ground. She's spit up some blood. She's just breathing heavily. She hasn't even probably noticed that you're doing that yet.
Kalon's gonna actually see Kat like that, and he's gonna shake it off and kind of start limping off the dais. And as he limps off the dais, he jumps off, and as he falls, he's got the sword in his hand, and it as he drops, it kind of, and it feels like the sword just has a weight to it, and he's he just keeps limping, and he goes over to Kat and gets on one knee and just tries to pick her up, and he says, hey, you okay? Hey, it's okay, it's over.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm fine.
Are you all right?
The fuck just happened?
Okay, it's
Did you
dead.
see
I
that?
don't know. Yeah, I saw it. We need to probably pull everything together and figure something out. Okay, can you stand up?
Yeah.
Okay, come on. And he's gonna pick her up a little bit and just get her to her feet and make sure she's okay. And then he's gonna get a water pouch out from his inventory and just give it to her.
Swish some of the water in my mouth. Spit it out the blood. Look over at Awen and just see him backing up, scared, and just pause. Awen? Are you okay?
You know, this, I don't know, but I don't know if me joining up was now the right decision. And he's going to take another kind of just step backwards.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
I mean, what do you mean? What do you mean? What do I mean? Did you see what I saw?
Yeah, but that's guys, we wouldn't, that's not it's just a thing fucking with us. I look over at Kaylin.
He's gonna see you look at him. When I have no idea what that meant. And there's one thing I know for certain since coming into this temple, is that more of what I thought was real is not. And I'm just as confused as you. I'm not a threat to you. I said to you that I would follow you. And I still mean that. And he's going to take the blade and he's just going to sheath it. And as he does, he puts it in and he looks down at it, and internally, Kalon is like almost like struggling to let go of it, and like kind of as he lets go, his hand kind of, you see like a bit of like kind of a pop from that, like as if he's trying to. It's almost like you're like pulling on someone's arm, and then you both let go, and he's gonna just breathe, and he's gonna just reach his arm out to Awen, like an open hand.
Dan, how does Awen's arm feel with the stars and everything in this moment after the vision?
Probably about the same. I mean, you feel more, probably more connected to things, but nothing. I mean, nothing super different, right? Maybe a little less painful, maybe a little bit more aligned.
How do I know that this is not what's going to happen? Maybe it's not happening now, but what if it happens in a week, in a month, in a few days? Like, this whole area has just been... You know, I joined you guys because I thought it would be an opportunity to find more information. And now the information has led to this weird thing. This is not what I signed up for.
This is information. None of us know what this means. If you leave now, maybe that's what makes this happen. If I step closer to Awen, does he like back up?
He'll hold for a minute. But you can sense that as you walk forward, his arm does start to glow a little bit, as if preparing a spell in case something goes down.
Just let me. You're not in good shape. If you're gonna leave, like please let me heal you a little bit so that you don't get hurt on the way out.
Okay.
And I'll come over and cast Cure Wounds. I have a couple first level slots. Ooh, nice. 13 points of healing.
Oh, that's actually huge.
Now I'm gonna take y'all on.
Anyway,
you see the tattoos expand.
Right.
Yeah. So Kat sort of reaches down and takes your hand and just lays her hand very gently on top of it and casts cure wounds, and you can feel it sort of, the warmth just like come up from your hand into wherever hurts the most and heal it a little bit. We'll figure it out. Like, we're not. Why would we hurt you if you're helping us?
I don't know. Why would I willingly walk into a sword and kill myself as well?
It's a great question.
We even know you die.
Guess that's also true. Looked like a killing blow. Definitely feel like a killing blow right now.
Well, you did kind of die like 3 times.
I did. Also, Kat, I'm sorry. I made a copy of your dragon. If that's gonna lead to where we're at right now, I just want you to know you were blinded. I saw your dragon.
Oh.
I was like, oh, this is a cool idea. I kind of made like a printed image of your dragon, kind of stole its likeness. I'll pay you back for it. I'm so sorry.
You don't have to. It's kind of cool. I don't know.
Someone call the fantasy lawyers.
It's fine with me.
Hello, copyright.
I know your
like
dragon's on the NIL deal. I'm sorry.
Cast patent at level 2.
It's not like a branded thing. Like yeah, she's just her. It's not like a. That's fine if you. I don't mind.
Was the sword that Kalon has, was that the sword that shish kebabbed me?
Shish kebab the prophet in like that was he pulled it from the prophet in the vision. You mean?
Yeah, in the vision.
It looked like the same sword.
Okay. Kalon, if we're gonna move on from here, Kalon, do you need that sword, or is that sword the sword we're bringing back to the collector?
Believe that yeah. I mean,
It is, yeah.
Yeah. It's a sword, but I have some questions for the collector that I need answered. And I don't know how I feel anymore.
Well, what does that mean? I think it's time to have some honest time.
I'm gonna look at Awen as he says that, like, yeah, and kind of like Kalon's like looking at Awen, realizing like when he says, "What does that mean?" He knows he kind of has to like he wants Awen to like trust him, and so when I entered this room, the closest way I can describe it is this thing was calling to me. I'd never felt anything like it. It was completely unique. It was completely individual. But when I picked it up, something's wrong. Something's not right. And I'm trying to figure that out just as much as you're trying to figure that out. But what I need you to know is I would not hurt you. I would never willingly hurt you. I would not hurt any of you. And I turn and I kind of almost panicking, like a little bit like flustered, like looking at everyone, like trying to make them believe him. And he's like looking for validation. He's looking in all of your eyes. And like, this is like very vulnerable Kalon. Like, Kalon is not like this. You know who he is at this point. And like, he's looking at you like a child looks at a parent when the parent thinks the kid has done something, but they haven't. And he just doesn't want to lose what he's got.
In that moment, Wes would probably just cast Moment to Think, and like Kalon doesn't even realize, and like suddenly Wes is just like right next to him. But I'm just like mending. I'm casting mending on like any torn clothing or armor that Kalon has, and I'm just like, I know, I trust you. Thank you for trusting me.
Do I know you're there?
Well, like you're looking around validation, and then suddenly like, look down, and I'm just.
Okay, yeah.
Wes is like here.
Or like, you know, from the battle, I assume, you know, something that you're wearing, like some gashes or some shit, and I'm just like giving you that little bit of validation that I can while like trying to patch up what I can.
Yeah, Kalon like sees you appear and he's like, and he like freaks out a little bit, like jumps. He's like, oh. But like as he sees and he hears that, he kind of goes, "Thank you, thanks." Yeah, and it feels a little better.
Yeah, as you're looking around, you get eye contact and like a nod from Kat when you're looking around like that.
I think he's gonna like calm down a little bit after like he's got a couple of like moments of validation, but like then his eyes go back to Awen. Like he's gonna like look back at Awen because obviously he's aware that like what was seen in this reflection was far more affecting him. Yeah, so he's gonna make sure that Awen, or just trying to look at how Awen is responding to this.
I trust you for as much as I've known you, which has been for a little bit. Would you be okay with me holding onto the sword as we travel back?
I would. I just don't know if I can.
It's not going to go. I'm not throwing it somewhere. I just would feel more comfortable if the weapon that was used in the vision to murder me was on my back for right now holding it. We'll be in the same party. We'll go back. Can I come up and try to grab it?
Oh, fuck.
You can, yeah. I mean, you can try for sure.
I can certainly try.
I will unsheathe the sword, and I'm gonna like as I grab it, like it. You kind of see Kalon sort of just, and he like takes it out, and his hand is like white knuckling this sword, like it is. He's gripping this thing, and he takes it out, and he like just he puts his arm out, and he like swaps it, and then like he like holds it, and he's shaking. He's like, and he's just.
And so,
yeah, I'm not gonna say
Awen, do you try to take the sword?
So Awen's going to walk up, and as he sees you physically struggling, you'll notice his arm, the stars come out of his arm and almost form a silhouette around him. Just around like the outside of his arm, shoulders, over top the outside of his head, down, kind of silhouetting him in a way as he walks towards you, as he's going to just prepare a spell of hold person in case this goes very south. And he's going to walk up.
Okay.
This is if he's just. This is.
I'm seeing the.
This is if. This is if he just goes to swing at me.
Literally.
He's doing this, and I'm just
gonna,
like,
Wes
let me prepare a whole person just in case.
Wes is gonna look at both of you guys and be like, I might have a better idea, since clearly neither of you guys trust each other with this sword right now. I think I might have a way to store it.
Okay.
Do you trust me to carry this on our journey?
I trust you all. This is not about trust. Please don't misinterpret my effort here.
Would you both feel more comfortable if neither one of you had possession of sword?
Comfort feels like a far distant away, so we can try whatever makes you guys feel more comfortable.
Awen?
Are you going to do weird dimension-y things?
Potentially.
I'd be fine if it's in a weird dimension-y thing.
Okay. I will go over to Kalon and kind of, I'm not going to like physically grab it from you, but I'm going to have to put my hands way the fuck up, but, you know, kind of like palms up, like gesturing for it to be placed in my hand.
Yeah, I mean, Kalon like turns and he's still like kind of shaking and like very, very tense, and he's like a lot of internal conflict, and he looks quite like angry, but you can tell like what he's saying. He doesn't want to be angry, but he looks like there's an anger building, and he's like reaching down towards you, and he's looking in your eyes as he's doing it, and he's just shaking.
Yep.
And
I mean, I'll lock eyes with you and just give you the most comforting look that my basically lifeless eyes can give, you know? So.
Oh no.
So do you try? Okay, so to either of them, does Wes either try to grab onto the sword, or does Kalon try to hand him the sword? Because obviously an action has to happen.
I'm looking for it to be like handed to me.
It's always been in my palms, and like I don't know if Kalon can do any more than that. Like it's open, like he's not holding it. It's there, and he's holding it out.
Who is trying to make the sword change hands?
Sounds like they're stalemates.
I don't think Kalon is not going to like, and I'm not going to talk too much on it. He's not going to willingly give it away.
I guess I'm pushing up as far as I can to like lift it out of his like taking something off the top shelf. I guess. I don't know.
So when you try to do that, the sword repels you. You try to touch the sword to like grab it, essentially lift it. It doesn't let you. You go and it goes, and like your hands like bounce away, and there's almost a little like shock. Like, I'll go very old school. The Wizard of Oz movie, when the Wicked Witch tries to take the shoes off of Dorothy, and it's kind of like that, except maybe without the lightning, right? You literally can't. It's like you can't touch the sword.
Okay.
And that happens, and you see Kalon like shocked, like he's like he's obviously just as shocked as you are about that.
Yeah, I guess I'll just keep looking at you and be like, I think you're meant to carry this.
And then he just, as he's holding it and looking at Wes, but then he again just turns and looks at Awen.
And I mean, I'll put my hands down and I'll turn around and just look at Awen and send him a message and just like a quick, like, you can trust us.
Also, Awen, you're muted.
Yeah, sorry, I was coughing and dying slowly while listening to this great role play. Apologies. Okay. We don't really have a choice now, do we? I'll just let's just get back safely, okay? And then I think he's just gonna sit down for a second next to that and just put his head against that pillar and just breathe.
Okay. What's everybody else do?
When I see him down, like he slumps down or whatever, I'm actually gonna put the sword away, and same thing, like struggle. But I'm then going to like go over to Awen just very slowly, and I'm just going to just reach my hand out, open palm, and I'm going to close my eyes, and like all of a sudden, like just warm radiance, like bright radiance comes out, and he's just going to give what's left of the healing he has to Awen. And he heals you for 5 health.
I think Awen. Also, sorry, I laughed because I saw Kat do a stab motion, and that got me so weak.
Awen's healing at 4 HP and pulls out his Uno reverse card.
As I look at the back of Awen's subtle neck, I lift the sword. I think when he feels that warmth like hit his body, I think he's gonna jolt up for a second, and you'll see like genuine fear in his eyes when he looks up at you, almost like a dog at like the pound who's obviously had a bad previous life. Gets contact from like an actual like warm touch, like they're nervous at first or scared at first. He looks up, you can see these stars instantly like shine, and then once he notices it's for aid, he looks at you and gives you a thankful nod, and then he just kind of like hands on knees, just leaned up against and just like head resting on the wrist, just like trying to get like just a moment to like just decompress and try to understand what just happened.
As Kalon actually uses that, he actually like crouches down because he already down. He casts it, but as the light comes out of his palm and enters you, he almost like it like follows out of him, and then he like stumbles a bit, like because he's not doing too well, and he drops back against the wall, but like his elbows on the floor, and he's like laying there, and he tries to like hoist himself up, but he just like that like spell like kind of took a lot of energy out of him. And
low blood pressure.
As you,
something.
yeah. Give me, anyone got a Cliff Bar?
Yeah, right.
Guys, my iron's low.
Yeah, right.
Stood up too fast.
It's all the blood loss.
That's right. All right. So y'all are healing each other and uneasy with each other and exhausted and stuff. What's the plan? What are you guys doing?
Get the fuck out of here, I think.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use another cure wounds for Kalon because see that he's struggling, heavily struggling. That's nice. That's 7 plus 4 is 11. 3 is 14. Hit points.
Oh,
Wait.
all right.
Play.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yep.
Amazing. Ellen gets up. I'm up.
Hello.
Hey. All right. So
he
you
looks
you
at Kat and he just looks. He just looks at her and smiles, and like a warm smile. Like he kind of takes a moment to himself. He kind of comes back and he looks. And he's like, and then he kind of like gathers himself, looks around, starts preparing to potentially the fuck out of
Says-
here, dude.
Never stop trusting you. It'll be okay.
He doesn't say anything, but he looks at her, and it's a look.
feel like I should have some
It's
Barry
a look.
White queued up or something. Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Very subtly, Axis will kind of lean over to Josie. 5 gold, they kiss by the end of the month.
I'll take that bet.
You motherfuckers.
All right, so when you look back at the doors to the chamber, the doors are like they're just popped open a little bit again. Like they had closed and sealed earlier when everything began, but they're just kind of open now a little bit. Like so. And interestingly enough, as you are all you sit there and you rest for a minute and you go, okay. And you look, that feeling, that the radiant energy that had been there and stuff is kind of suppressed, kind of almost gone in a lot of ways. Now, you still feel a little bit of the remnants of it in here, but you're beginning to feel it's definitely like way less than it was when you came in, right? So are you working your way out or out to the...
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm getting
Yeah, I don't
out of
think
here.
anybody really wants to be here, but we really need to sleep
So-
or at least take a rest.
Then let's do this. You kind of work your way. We'll put your tokens at the kind of front entrance where you came in, where the circular statues.
Can I say
Yep.
one thing
Yeah.
real quick?
Uh-huh.
Before we leave the room, I think Kalon does go up to the body of the paragon that we killed,
Yeah.
and he's going to just kneel down, and he's going to look at it.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys will just see as we're leaving, like imagining we're all heading to the door, and like then all of a sudden you'll probably notice that Kalon's not there. You turn around and he's just walking back up onto the sort of the raised area, and he just kneels down, and like you hear him, like he's got his eyes closed and he's muttering, and he's got his hand on the paragon's like head, like this, kind of like on the side of his head, and then like he finishes and then he just closes his eyes, like he just brings his hands down, and then he just runs his hands over the tattoos on his arm. And then he gets up, he looks around, and he just carries on and joins you all.
Cool. All right. So if you want to move all of your tokens kind of to the front entrance here, like where the big circle room with all the statues, the doors, they're kind of hanging open. Yeah. When you first walked in, like after all the broken stuff, like you're right
the statues
there.
that are gonna kill us in our sleep.
Yeah. And so if you're at that entrance about to exit, right? And basically, you retrace the temple's halls in silence. The chamber where the prophet fell is behind you now. The vision still moves behind your eyes. And as you walk, you begin to feel something lift. The pressure that has lived in this place for centuries. The wrongness that drove the hermit mad. That twisted the creatures of the surrounding wood. That pressed against your minds as you descended into the inner sanctum is gone. And not fading, it's gone now. As though the land itself has begun to finally exhale. And by the time you reach the outer doors, which are still ajar from the original approach, the air even feels different. It's a little lighter. It feels cleaner. For the first time since you set foot on this hill, in this world, or though the world kind of feels right. Now you step outside of these doors into the pale, cold light. And the hill kind of slopes up through the broken stone and you see the grass and the trees up on top of the ledges and everything. And you allow yourselves for the smallest of moments to feel something close to relief. And that's when you see them.
Oh, God.
And
What?
we're going to do this.
See who?
Hang on.
Oh, Lord.
No.
Is it the puppies? Just puppies. Just let it be puppies.
What the fuck is that?
Oh, good Lord.
They do not rush you. They do not threaten. They simply stand, measured, unmoving, as though this moment has already been decided. Dust drifts across the broken stone between you, catching the light as it passes. Beyond it, the horizon is lined with Zenith soldiers. 24, perhaps more. Worn armor, drawn weapons, polished discipline. They are arrayed across the approach in formation, blocking every path back to the entrance of this area. At their center stands a man who does not hide his face. He is tall and broad-shouldered, his armor maintained where the others is merely worn. Gold filigree traces its edges, catching what little light there is. His posture is immaculate, composed, sharp, deliberate. His face is calm. Every expression appears chosen, measured for effect. Kalon, you know him. You trained beside him years ago. You watched him rise. You watched him be passed over for what you yourself were chosen for. Lord Cassian Perellis, once a brother, now by whatever path has brought him here, a general of the Zenith faith. His gaze finds you immediately. There is no hesitation in it, no doubt, only recognition and something colder. A slow, controlled smile touches his expression, and then, in a voice that carries effortlessly across the broken stone, he says, "So, you're still alive, my old friend."
Galen's going to step forward in front of everybody.
And go ahead. I was going to say, Cassian says, he looks at you and he goes, "Do you know what they say about you?" And he's kind of taking off his gloves with this smile on his face. And he kind of tucks the gloves into his belt. "That you were a chosen one, turned your back on Aurelian. That you fled in fear. Some even call you the cowardly one now. But I know better, Kalon. You're not a coward. You've always believed yourself to be better than everyone else, better than your brothers in faith, better than your teachers, better than the men who trained beside you. And it seems that includes those at the very top of our faith. No, you are not a coward. You are a traitor. Now, is the blade there? Do you have the blade out, or is it in its sheath?
It's in its sheath.
Okay. Do you have anything to say to him, to Cassian?
Kalon just like looks him in the eye as he says all this, and he just scans all of the Zenith soldiers, and he takes time to look at them. And he looks at Cassian and he says, "This fight is between you and me. It always has been. You can let my friends go. They know nothing of our ways. They know nothing of this temple. Take me. Leave them."
Now, I have a question. Kat, is Gia there?
So she actually, because she dropped to 0 hit points,
Right.
she's like unsummoned for the day. So she's not
For
here.
the day. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Because I can only this is actually, I guess, really lucky that this happened.
God.
But yeah, it's once per long rest
Mm-hmm.
that I can summon the Drake companion. I normally would have her out and walking with me, but I mean, so like rules is written, right? The Drake companion thing is like you're summoning like a spirit or whatever.
Right.
For me, flavor wise, Gia is actually physically Gia. She just like Hades 2 style, like the like return to shadow thing that she does whenever she's like very close to dying. It's like Gia's just trained to do that in battle so that she can be like resummoned the next day.
Sure. Yeah. No, that makes sense. So Gia's not there, not really, like
she's not here.
There. Okay. No, that makes sense. That makes sense.
This random soldier over here.
And Cassian kind of looks at you and looks around at the party and notices Awen. He looks at me and goes, You carry markings. And then he kind of like almost in disbelief, and then he brings his composure back, and he's like, Old superstition. The iconography of those who came long before. Whatever charlatan sold them to you, scholar. Whatever fable you have built around them, I assure you, you are wrong. Prophets are not made in this age. He looks back at Kalon. And he's like, he just looks at you and he's like, so will you come quietly? And as he's looking at you, let me see something. He's looking you up and down. And he notices the handle of the sword. And he's like, what is that? That blade you have? Kalon. And he looks. Is that? It can't be. Is that a sunfall blade? And he looks at me and goes, he looks at you and he goes, where did you get it? You are not worthy to wield such a weapon. It belongs to the Zenith Empire.
He's gonna look down at the hilt.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna grab the hilt.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna look back at Cassian and goes, "You'll want to talk about worthy, Cassian." And then he's gonna pull it, but he's gonna just like rip it out.
Mm-hmm.
And as he rips it, he's just gonna, and he's gonna like shake, and he's gonna sunder, and he's gonna look like bad, like he's gonna look weak, and he's gonna.
Yeah.
But he's gonna like look at Cassian, and he's gonna like do everything he can to just hold the weight of the sword and keep his gaze on Cassian.
And he's looking at you, and he's like, and then he's like he looks around at the group and looks at the sword, and then looks back at, he kind of looks up and around at the temple. Wait, you found it in there. Then this must be a lost Zenith temple in this godforsaken realm. Now, mind you, you guys are on the east coast, right, of the realm, like as far east as you can go. The Zenith are out west, way west in the desert, right? I mean, that's, you know. And so he's like, he turns to address his soldiers as much as the party goes, of course, you know what this means, Solare. It means that this land was meant to be ruled by the Zenith. I'm sure our leaders will be eager to liberate this Nova Mystoria in the name of Aurelion. And then he's basically about to give order, and you recognize this. He's about to give orders to the troops to take action.
So Kalon sees that, and he's going to turn to the team, and he's going to look at all of you, and he's going to turn and look at the sword in his hand, and he's going to say, I was yours once, but I won't be theirs again. And he's going to just shoot the sword up, and he's going to look directly at the sun, and if you were to look up, you might be like, whoa, but he's just holding gaze, and as he holds the sword up, he just says, look at me, not as they made me, as I am. Burn away what shouldn't remain, and leave me what's real. And then he's just going to close his eyes, and he feels the sword just pulsating, and for a moment, you see the sword just start shaking, and then light just starts beaming out of the sword.
Right. And as you see that, you feel inside, right? This like warmth and this energy, and you just hear like up in the sky, you hear like cracks of thunder, and you reach inward and it's like to a place you've never touched, and something answers, and the air above the broken stone shudders, light bends. There's a sound like distant wings or a distant thunder, and then a creature folds into the world out of nothing. And it is not a horse. It is not anything you have ever summoned before in study or trained for. It's Drake-formed. It's long-bodied. It is about the size of a war horse. And you hear it go and make a sound that sounds like a cross between a neigh and a dragon's roar. And it just, as it looks towards the zenith, and you see at that moment, because it lands beside you, and you look at it, and every instinct in your body feels like it should be afraid. You've spent your life inside a faith that hates dragons, but you feel nothing but recognition, almost like it's meeting an old friend, and like the name is on the tip of your tongue, like you know it. And when this happens, the zenith line breaks. All of the troops in back, except for, let's see, well, there was supposed to be, 1, 2, 3, there was another one here. We'll just move this guy up because he was supposed to be there. I don't know why I missed one.
He's the other one's over here.
Where is it?
There's
Is there
over
one?
here.
Oh,
He's up in the tree line.
I don't know why he got,
Yeah,
I don't know why he got moved.
No.
That's fine.
There's one
I
up
don't
here
know
in the
where-
tree too.
Is there? Okay, that's
here.
fine. We're gonna basically all of
Concern.
all
That's
of
a
those
sniper.
in back basically run. The zenith line breaks. Not Cassian and not the 4 next to him. But the others, the conscripts, missionary soldiers, the men whose faith is like, they have this faith and they just like, some of them drop to their knees and like start praying and they drop all their weapons. Most of them run off into the trees at the sight of this dragon. They're all freaked out. Even the ones near him. Now, these are, you can tell they're more experienced, are like, they got their weapons ready at this thing, but they're also, you see them shaking, right? And Cassian looks at you and goes, a dragon. And louder looks at you, Kalon. You see this like anger rising in his face, right? Of course it would be this. Of course you would embrace the very thing our faith calls most evil. And at this time, you happen to notice, kind of coming up behind you, just standing there, you don't even notice him come up, but like all of a sudden he's next to the door, like across, and Axis even looks up and like, whoa.
This fucking bitch.
I knew it.
You see Novris, and he looks over at Kalon, and he just makes this smile at him, and he goes, subtle. And then he looks at the rest of the party and goes, well, don't mind me. I just thought I'd see how this turns out. And he kind of looks over at Awen even, and just kind of looks at him and just kind of gives a little nod. Like he looks at your markings and looks at you and just kind of with a smile and just gives a little nod, like almost of approval, like, you're good.
Awen just weirdly nods back.
Yeah. And Cassian notices him and hears him say this. And he looks at him and goes, you are not Zenith. And Novris looks at him and goes, no. And neither are you. And Novris looks at him. Novris walks up, like kind of past you guys a little bit, like right next to Kalon, and even takes a step forward and glances over at the dragon mount who kind of looks over him and goes, like kind of like, and they almost like there's recognition there. And
What the fuck?
Novris looks at Cassian and goes, this ends now. You will leave. And Cassian's like, you presume? He goes, no, I decide. And Novris is like, now you have a decision to make. Don't make the wrong one. And he's like, Cassian's like, fine. After a minute, we will leave. And he looks at Kalon. But this is not over. You're only delaying the inevitable. And he looks around and he's like, the Zenith will return to conquer and reclaim this land. The mere existence of this temple proves it belongs to us. And Novris just looks back at you guys and then looks at Cassian and goes, wrong choice. And then he moves. And it's not fast and it's not slow, but it's extremely precise. He closes the distance between himself and Cassian in 3 steps. Cassian, who basically fought his entire life, right? He's trained for this type of thing. In, Zenith discipline, he's been trained since he was a boy. Novris doesn't strike him. He dives at him and grabs him, has a hand on his shoulder and another on his belt and drives forward. And then you just see this rift open up and the two of them go through it. And so Novris and Cassian are gone. The rift just basically opens. They fall through it and then it closes behind them. So the only thing left is you all and 4 Zenith soldiers who are looking at you now and going at this dragon and at you and just kind of going, and they just kind of lay their weapons down. And they start backing up like, So I don't know if you have anything to say to them.
Kalon's actually going to, with his sword in hand, he's going to he's first just still like reeling, like he's like shaking, but like he stilled himself because he feels that this dragon, this drake that's like come out of nowhere, like isn't a threat. Like he can feel it, even though like everything in his body is like he would have just like immediately taken up arms against this thing. He's like, I feel like I can just turn my back on this thing. It's fine.
Yeah.
And he looks and he sees the Zenith soldiers and he goes, still yourselves. Stop.
And they slow, but they like slow down, but they're still not like fully stopped.
So I'm gonna just raise the sword and I'm gonna show them and I'm gonna be like, you were raised in the same religion as I. Look upon this blade. You know it to be true. It's a sunfall blade. I encourage you, brothers, take time. Look upon this temple. See what it has to show. Make up your own mind. Free yourself. There is space for you. There is time for us. Do not let this happen.
You can make. Are you making it Are you doing it intimidatingly, or are you trying to, persuade them?
Yeah, I think I am trying to I'm trying to do it charismatically, but like with intimidation. Like,
okay, go ahead.
Like I'm trying to I know I've got like a dragon behind me.
Yeah.
And I know that they've seen everything that's gone down here, and they've seen their entire army run away, and they also seen their commander just get sucked through a portal by a guy that's on our side. So like I feel pretty confident that even on 18 health, I can handle this.
Go ahead and make an intimidation check with advantage.
That is a 22.
Okay.
Ooh, fucking hell.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay. So one of them just turns around and runs at the top speed, just goes away. He's gone, unless you can try to chase him down, right? The other three...
we should,
go. I mean, you just had a whole army of them run away, so this guy just is kind of like the, 24th or 25th one that's run away. So you can do whatever you want.
You know what? Yeah, no, fuck it.
Okay.
I'm going to cast Vortex Warp. I'm going to wait for him to get as far away as possible and then warp him back in here.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Okay. So
we
we're
need to make a DC 17 con save.
all right. Let me see something here. Okay.
I'm back in the fucking building again.
Okay. He actually makes the con save.
Oh no.
I let him get too far.
So he's gone then. All right. So you said 17, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's because I rolled a 17. Okay. So the other three just kind of look at you, like they all kind of drop to their knees, and they're kind of looking, they're still like just terrified. They broke down. They're now terrified of this dragon. And they're almost looking to you, Kaelon, like, we don't know what the hell to do now.
So I'm going to walk up to them, like right up,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to just like put the sword away, and I'm going to put my hand on their shoulders and raise them. I'm going to bring them up.
Okay.
And I'm going to say, I've given you the answer. Learn for yourself. Learn what I have. I'm done hiding. If you seek to find me, you will. And I will lead you again.
What should we do now? One of them says to you. Where should we go?
What's the name of the town that we came from?
Bloodstone's End's the big city.
Okay. So I'm going to say, for now I take up residence in Bloodstone's End, but not for long. If you wish to seek me, if you wish to find me, that's where I will be. For a short while. But I encourage you again, take time here, learn, read what's left, look upon the symbols, look upon the murals. Don't fall into the same traps we have all fell for.
And they all just kind of look at each other, and they're like, okay, yes, my lord. And that's what they say.
Oh.
And they see,
And I'm
they
gonna
even
turn around to the team.
Yeah. And as they're walking, they kind of like walk off to the side, like they're giving you like a wide berth, right? Like, but they are kind of going to go into the temple. And as they do so, they even notice Awen, and they're like, and they, like one of them goes down and does like whatever the zenith version of like genuflecting would be, right? You know, like that type of a thing, you know, looking at Awen because they see your
And
markings.
as I see that, I see that, and I look at Awen, and I like catch his eye, and I go, like as if to be like, told you.
Yes, please go into the temple and be cleansed of your wrongdoings.
Okay. And all three of them then, like, because the other two just kind of paused as this guy did it, and they didn't know what to do. Like they feel almost awkward and out of place, right? But when you say that, they all kind of rise up, and then they look back at Kalon, and they look at you, and they kind of nod, and they go into the temple.
And then he'll do like a little zhush, and with his hand, the stars will come out and form like a little like light road of little stars that go in.
And it kind of slaps him in the ass.
Landing strip.
Little landing strip, yeah.
Oh,
Good
nice. Nice.
Good game, good game.
Yeah.
Good game.
Can I approach the dragon mount that just appeared? I speak Draconic. And I know how to approach you know, like a dragon that's
How big
unfamiliar
is
with you, you know.
this thing?
It's gotta be huge.
Yeah, it's huge. You know, like when you see these words, like you know, like the largest Clydesdales, like the big ass horse. They like their heads are like 9
like
feet tall
almost,
or something like that.
Yeah.
Like it's something like that, except it's got wings. It's got like that. I mean, it's a dragon for sure, but it's about the size of like the largest horse you've ever seen, right? And you see, you know, taking a look, you see this like glowing, like radiant energy in it, but it's different than all the other creatures that you saw in the area like that, and the ones that you fought. Like, you know, those compared to this, they were like dirty, radiant energy, like unclean. Right? This is pure. And there's like anyone who comes near it, right? You're all allies of Kalon. You feel like the warmth coming from this, like the power, but like this goodness coming from it. You feel that radiance coming from it. It's different than anything you've ever felt before.
I feel like we're all about to hop on this dragon like Appa.
Well, it probably wouldn't fit all of you, right? But
all of us.
I
Two
don't
of
think
us
it
are very
could fit
small.
us.
Right.
I can go in an ambulance.
He's like, I'm going in a
know?
locket. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I sort of go up and reach to see if it'll like put its head down to me like a horse, so I can sort of pat it and be like in Draconic, like, oh, look at you.
And it doesn't respond like verbally or anything. You get the impression though that it has a high intelligence, but it doesn't have the verbal speech for you. But it puts its head down to you specifically, Nat, almost like there's a recognition there. Like you almost feel like it knows you, and like, you know, the like your connection with Gia and everything, like, and it just kind of, you know, like you see like a little bit of smoke and a little bit of radiant light comes out of like its nostrils, and it just kind of in a good way, and it just kind of puts its head down towards you, you know, in a good way, and then you know kind of lifts back up and you know then looks over at Kalon like.
Yeah, as I see that, I see Kat like approach the dragon, and I'm like kind of like confused, still trying to kind of place where I fit in this relationship, because I've always put myself in an oppositional point to a dragon. and I see what happens, and I make my way over, and I let that interaction finish, and I just wait until it looks at me, and I look at it, and I just like there's something that comes over me, and I just reach my hand out, and I just put my hand on its face, and I just feel this sense of connection, and I try and do like a sort of insight check, like almost like, what do I feel from that?
So when you put your hand on its face and you almost sense like everybody else do a perception check.
Uh, 19.
10.
9.
15.
It's a natural 20 for 29.
Okay. So
Makes sense though.
yeah.
That makes sense.
So anybody who got above the 15 or above, right? You notice like this slight when Kalon puts his hand on the dragon's face, you just notice this like this glow momentarily around it, like there's a connection there that is just natural and formed. And what you feel, Kalon, is you feel 100% complete recognition, like you've known this dragon for your whole life. And in fact, and it tells you, like, you don't hear word like a voice, but in your mind, you know its name. And when you put your hand on, it's like you feel the connection. Its name pops into your head. Now, the other thing is do a religion or history check, whichever you're proficient in, if you're proficient in any of them.
Yeah, I'm very proficient in religion.
That's what I thought.
It's a 22.
Okay. You can't quite place where, but you recognize the name. Almost as if it's mythological. Like it's like it's on the tip of your tongue. You know it, but you can't quite think of from where.
Kalon's gonna at that moment see it and just smile. And then he's gonna look at the team. And he's gonna walk to the side of the dragon, and he's gonna just with the intent to mount, like to climb up on the back of the dragon.
And it just knows, and it just bends down and gets ready, like for you, like it's almost natural, like you've done it 1,000 times.
And then I just, without like even knowing, like at first, like Kalon, as he moves towards the dragon, he's like, "Oh God, how am I gonna do this? Like I'm nervous. Like am I gonna like fall off?" But then as the dragon like lowers, it's almost like muscle memory. He just is up. And he's on the dragon. And he kind of like looks at everyone like, what's going on? Like even he's like, what's happening? And then he just like kind of sits there. He's like,
it's like, all right, everybody.
And I guess at that point, the dragon just stands and just looks. And like as I like basically it stands up and like I look. And then as I turn my head at the same time, the dragon just turns it to you. Like both of our heads turn in the same direction. To both of you. And then Kalon's like, we should go.
we're gonna have to unpack this later. Let's get out of here.
I
Okay.
guess the dragon
Okay, I
starts
guess
walking
we
forward.
all walk.
All right. You're right. Everybody else is walking, right?
Yes, we're walking.
Let's,
I have 2 more levels before I can ride on Gia.
right.
2 levels.
Awen will use actually his last. Do I have a spell for this? I think I do. Hold. I do. I'm gonna cast one more conjure animals. Can I cast an animal that all of us could ride? A few animals that all of us could ride on? What would
Sure.
be like a good riding animal? Would my wolves be able to ride on?
Are they? What kind of wolves are they? Are they like big?
The regular wolves.
Oh, they're not like dire wolves. Like big
Yeah.
dire wolves. Can
Any
you?
regular
No.
wolves? Maybe Cat and Wes.
So we could, if you wanted to, right? You could conjure regular non-combat riding horses. We could let you do that.
Didn't we? I mean,
I thought
didn't
you
we come
came
here
in
a
on
wagon?
like a wagon, right?
Yeah,
We were using a
we have a
wagon.
wagon.
Oh yeah, what happened to the wagon?
Yeah, you guys
It's in the
kind of. I mean,
town.
it's
You just
either
have to
in
walk
the
down to the
village
town.
or
It's just in the village.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like it's
So
in that
just-
first village before we made
Yeah,
it here.
so let's take the dragon into the village.
right. You guys can
nobody
walk
lives
to the
there.
village, right? And I mean,
Kill the only
basically,
person who lived there.
at this point, then
He
what?
would have been fine. He would have been fine after we did this thing at the temple. That old man would have been totally fine. He would have been
Hey,
back
look,
to
we
normal.
didn't
We
start
killed
it.
him.
We didn't start
he
it.
did. He did start this.
All right. So you are heading back to the village then.
Uh huh.
Mhm.
So are you? So you've got essentially 3 days of travel ahead back to Bloodstone's End, if that's your destination, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, you know, we can just assume that you make camp where you need to. So you would all take a long rest and you all would level up.
Yay!
Okay, I wanted to get through that before
go.
you leveled up, right? So now you
Makes
can officially
sense.
level up. So,
I get
I
a
will-
feed.
I will say, as
I got a feed as well.
The first night that they take a rest,
Yeah.
Axis will go over to Josie.
Mhm.
And
Me.
yeah,
Sorry.
probably right before everybody goes to bed and everything like that. And Axis has already set up their tent and stuff. And probably just like around the campfire, will sit next to Josie.
She's probably
And
she's probably sitting there fiddling with the pinky bone she picked up.
the pinky bone's connected to the hand bone.
Speaking of, is that pinky bone still like? Does it have like radiant energy on it still,
is
or
it still glowy?
Yeah.
No, and in fact, what
This is
you
the regular-
see,
Aw.
you know, and you see it. It's kind of it, right? As you, the world kind of that you're going back into, it doesn't feel the same, right? It's the pressure that had kind of soaked into all the hills and everything, and the animals and everything. It's gone. Like the birds that you realize now were not there on your way in. You hear birds. You haven't heard birds for 3 days, or for the last day and a half, we'll say.
That's weird.
There's birds that are back in the area. You actually see a few other smaller animals that aren't, you know, like you catch on your journey back. You catch animals that are no longer infected. They're just regular animals. So the radiant energy is gone. And it's been there for 500, 600, 800 years affecting this area. And it is, you guys have solved that for this area.
Wow.
So yeah, the finger bone is basically just a rotting piece of flesh and bone in your bag. now,
Cool.
so.
Cool. Amazing. Lovely.
It's still cool to Josie.
right.
Yeah, like just trying to figure out. just trying to figure out what the hell was going on.
Right. So yeah, I mean, like I said, you've got 3 days travel. So like, if you guys are gonna you were about to say, oh, we're gonna make conversation or whatever. Yeah, I mean, you guys have got plenty of time on the way back to have whatever conversations with each other you want to have, right? So
don't know if it's probably gonna be a
Very-
conversation. But just that probably that first night, Axis will probably, when it's like quiet and everything like that, and everybody's all doing their own thing, Axis will probably sit next to Josie and just kind of sit in silence with Josie for a little bit as she's like observing the bone. And then probably after a while of like that comfortable silence, we'll close up their little notebook that they were working on and just subtly enough to where Josie can pull away if she would like to. Axis will reach out a hand and gently grab hers.
She'll let it happen.
Oh, I really need to
Then-
bury White now.
She'll probably just say, well, what did I do to suddenly earn your affections?
And with that little bit of a little smirk, just kind of take your hand and slowly pull it up to their lips, give you a kiss on your knuckles. And we'll briefly give you a little eye contact over that. Your healing hands saved my life again. And I'll let that go back into her lap. Thank you, Josephine. And Axis will stand and go to their tent.
Wait!
Hey, we have tents. We have tents. I thought we were just sleeping on the
I do.
ground. You have a tent?
If you want. you can-
Tent.
What does this say? You don't have like a piece of paper?
No.
Anybody who's not here for this
Well-
is missing it.
Belle giving me crumbs yet again.
I like that. I like the idea that like Axis is sleeping in a tent and like Cat's just like
prepare.
bedroll under the stars. We're just sat there uncovered.
There is, and then the next morning, Kat will wake up and there is a healing potion next to her pillow because they
stop
gave
it.
because Axis you gave Axis one. So add a
Aw.
regular healing potion to your sheet.
Oh.
Wes just goes, "Night, bitches," and goes into the locket. It's all, nice in there. He's got like electric, running
Adios.
water, the whole thing into the. Totally, I Dream of Genie.
Oh my god, yeah.
Hilton.
That's right. That's right.
Where's long rest? Long rest.
Kalon is going to be like, I imagine, like wherever we've set up camp, there's like a, I don't know. I imagine that there's some sort of running water, like maybe a little like
Stream
river or
something.
stream.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
And,
you'll
like,
find a lot of those
he's-
along the way.
He's just going to be kind of like under a tree, like, and the dragon is with him, and he's just like, the dragon is like sitting there, maybe like just lapping water from the river, and he's just like sat there, like just watching the dragon, like complete. And the eyes just cannot be removed from the dragon, and he's just in awe of it.
How long does that summon last? Like, I mean, is there a rule around that? I mean, not that you would be resummoning it, obviously, for the journey, but
Yeah, I was curious about that.
Because it was a summon, by the way.
How long drag it?
Hold on, let me find it. Hold on one sec. Indefinitely until it drops to 0 hit points, or I dismiss it, or it dies.
okay.
Oh,
So it's just
so we just
there.
have it.
Forever dragon.
It's like
my
Gia.
boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
just like
God.
it doesn't. It's not a spell. It's a summon. I summons it, and I summon it, and then it's
Maybe a little disruptive and, not subtle walking around a city with it or something, but, on a journey back to a city, sure.
what are they gonna do? What are you gonna do? It's a fucking dragon.
Right. Hey, I got a fucking dragon.
That's just what my father sounds like.
That's right.
My boy.
Sounded like.
Oh god.
Oh, God.
Anyway.
Wow.
Poor cat.
I think if you're like down by the stream, I'll come down, start unwrapping some of my armor to like wash off the blood and stuff in the water, and see you just staring intently at the dragon, and go, they're just like normal animals, really. Like a lot of people, they think it's like very different of it, this like mystical kind of thing, but it's really it's not that weird. Like they just it's like normal, like food, exercise, like all of these things. It's really not. And she's just like scrubbing the armor. And if you look over it where she's like removed some of the leather armor, you can see probably just a little bit peeking out from her like undershirt, like maybe like some scar that you've not noticed before. This like burn scarring on the side of her neck.
Kalon, like as she's like just rambling, like it's almost like this speech hasn't stopped. Like she's just talking about how to care for this animal. And he notices the scar, and like almost without her noticing, he looks at the dragon, makes sure that it's okay, and he walks over. And then as she's talking, he's just gonna like take the back of his hand and just run it on the scar, and they'd be like, "I've never noticed this."
Shivers.
Oh, yeah, it's old. It's really old.
What is it?
Well,
And then as he says that, he like crouches down. She's probably like stood, and he like crouches, so he's like her height.
Okay. Well, I grew up on a ranch where we raised drakes as you remember when we were, what was that guy's name? He mentioned that he knew my father. It was Dan, remind me of the guy.
Oh, the Duke, Thornton, Striker Thornton.
Yeah, Striker Thornton.
Mm-hmm.
Thornton recognized me. Well, they used to. So my family, ranch, they raised drakes for the Mistaran Rangers, and there was a fire at the ranch, and I basically lost my whole family. But it's because I went to basically I woke up, I went to try to go let the drakes out of the barn, and I got most of them out, but I got crushed under a beam, and I could feel the flames on my back and my side. And she gestures down like towards her rib cage, probably where you think the scar probably continues down. And I thought I was gonna die. But Gia saved me. So I wouldn't be here without her. And I'm glad that I saved the drakes too, but I don't know. Maybe if I was there to help my family get out, then I wouldn't be an orphan, you know? So but yeah, it was a accident, you know. It's couldn't be helped. It's not like it's not my fault the fire started, so.
You know, I grew up, as I think you know, an orphan, and I was taught that drakes were abominations. Drakes had taken an element of Aurelian's light, had stole it, and we hunted them, and I killed them. And it wasn't until the last 6 hours that I realized that I was wrong. And that I was misled, and that there's far more to these beings that I don't know, and that these beings are good. These beings are holy. And so if there's anything to draw solace out of what you did and the decisions you made, knowing Gia's bonded with you for a reason, and Gia saved you for a reason. And that doesn't make it easy. That doesn't mean that I don't say that to make losing your family any easier, but you did a good thing that night. You did a brave thing. And you carry those scars as evidence and as a story to tell. And I'm proud of you.
You. Means a lot. You feeling okay after all of that?
It's a big question.
Yeah, it seemed like a lot of history between you and that guy. Seems like an asshole.
He is. He is.
Yeah.
I think that
fucking again, Novris, out of nowhere, every time.
he's here for us. He knows. I don't know who he is. I don't know how he knows. But he's always there. He's always there when we need him. And I think that's something to hold faith in. I think that's something to hold stake in. So I think I'm more myself than I ever have been with all of you. Especially with you. And then Kalon is going to look up. He's going to just look up at Kat. And he's going to lean in for a kiss.
Bell!
Seriously.
Bell's not even here.
Axe
Does
is
he
you owe me
keep-
5 gold.
Oh my god.
I think you owe Axis 5 gold.
No, she said a month. It's been a day.
Yeah, not
month.
even.
By the end of the
It's like
month.
that
One
night.
day,
Right?
a single day. I think if he's leaning in so intentionally, she leans back and gently just, yeah. She's blushing like crazy though. And then she sort of pulls back and like, so anyway, that's whew, wow. Okay.
I think that we have something good. With our party. With our friends. But also you and I. And you bring a sense of home. And then Kalon's going to get up, and as he stands up, he's just going to like look back, and he's going to smile at Kat. And then he's just going to like pace very slowly as he like sort of just like very like nonchalantly, like you've never seen Kalon before, like very carefree, like just sort of like observing the river, looking at the dragon, maybe like taking in the moonlight. And then like he's just going to like go and sit back where he was and just keep looking at his dragon.
She just goes back to like scrubbing some of the blood off of her armor. And is like,
And you
smiling.
see as Kalon stands up, he just slowly grabs the shield off his back and holds it in front and then walks back to
And then he grabs the sword and he kills me.
As was foretold.
Bill, you missed a lot.
Bro, I was listening. I was in the middle of my kitchen and I heard the kiss, and I literally crouched in my kitchen and screamed. And my mom's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "My friends are kissing."
That's great.
My friends are kissing.
Oh my god! But you guys don't know. You don't know.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't lost yet, and I said within the month. Within the month.
Yeah,
I would have bet. Well, Josie would have bet earlier. She would have bet like a week. Or two.
You didn't say it.
Okay, I didn't have time to say it.
No, you have to have this argument in character later.
Right.
They pulled back, but the kiss didn't happen.
The bet's still on.
Bet's still on.
You got to later on at the end of the month. You know, you got to be paying like, oh man, and then you see Kaylon and Keko. What was that for? Oh, we bet that you two would kiss. Oh no, we kissed like a month ago. What?
like a month ago.
Down by the river.
Yeah, right.
Oh my god.
All right. So, any other conversations or anything happening, or other things?
Any more smooching going
That's
on?
right. That's right.
Oh my god!
No, Wes is killing me in my sleep.
I think one night, maybe like the second night, I think Awen's gonna get a pen and a pad of paper. Probably during like the evening time while like people are just like doing their own thing, eating food, you know, resting. He's gonna find Wes. He's just gonna sit in front. Just kind of sit down on like a little stump in front, just pen and paper, and he's gonna look and go, "So, how does this work?" And he's gonna get ready to write.
What are you referring to?
The body, the time warp, the teleportation to the lock, basically everything that makes you. How does that work?
Well, I mean, kind of always had a innate gift for magic, and
But
when
you
I
weren't.
was-
But you weren't always this, right?
No. Well, I mean, physically, no.
Did you have the powers before then?
In a different way. The way Can we go to a different channel?
A different channel?
Secrets?
Yeah.
Well, we could all deafen, right? We could deafen too.
Let's go to voice 2.
Yeah, and I'll drop
Voice
down
2.
there too so that it's on stream.
What? Bitches.
This is great.
All right.
This is great.
Oh, just one minute. Hold on, let me pull up some things.
let me pull up my whole sheet of lore. I think as you pull it up, I think Awen's gonna look at you and like be like, listen, so much has happened in the past 48 hours. The only way that I am able to handle stressful situations is to learn. And the only thing I have are the books on this stupid Zenith religion, and every time I read the books about that religion, I think about the visions that we had. I need something new. I need new topic. You are fascinating from a magical standpoint.
Yeah.
And you almost break the barrier of magical abilities. So I need something. How do you work? I would love to just
So, I mean, I don't know how much you even know about me. I'm not from Bloods, right?
Okay.
I'm from a place called Andoran, which is where Josie's from. That's how I know her. But the origin of my being or my growing up in Andoran compared to Josie's is much They're very different, and the only reason we really know is because of the things that have happened to me. I grew up as royalty. Um, I was to be basically I was the Prince of Undoran. I was born to the royal family. My last name is not Vinificus. My last name is Lysandra. Or my last name was Lysandra. And I don't know why I'm even telling you this. I don't know, maybe because I have such an interest in you as you do in me, and it's just I'm feeling like a mutual respect and intrigue into each other here. So, but please don't use that name.
I won't. I promise.
My magical abilities weren't seen in my family for a long time, and I was the first one to kind of have them again. And I used to go off away from my family and kind of practice and learn. And then one day I ventured a little bit too far into a place we call the Hollowed Keep. And that was the last time that Wesley Lysandra ever ventured out. I don't really know what happened because the day my soul was taken, my physical form didn't change. It was something that happened over a matter of weeks as my body slowly deteriorated into this form. And I was outcast as I was changed, abandoned by my family, basically left to rot and die. I was taken up into a different group to try to get me off the streets. Eventually, more things happened. I was trapped in this amulet. And I think I was trapped and visited by the creature who initially stole my soul. And they wanted me to become stronger, which is how I got some of these other powers, but they allowed me to keep my time powers. Something about, I don't know what they want with me, but they want me to be able to manipulate time. I don't know.
You weren't able to manipulate time before
the
situation?
No, I was.
Okay.
Like when my innate powers at birth, like growing up, my sorcerer powers were, I always had a focus in chronomancy, tiny little bits of time magic.
Yeah.
These eldritch blasts and that's brand new to me, right?
Yeah.
Whatever power is giving me those that has also kind of trapped my soul or stole my soul. I don't know if they feel bad, and it's a little gift they've given me, maybe to keep me on the hook or whatever they have me on. But the truth is, I don't truly know the source of a lot of my powers. I don't truly know how this amulet works yet. Every time I try something with it, going into it, it's like a feeling. It's something I feel like I can do, but I never know. I'm still learning, as confident and as effective as it's been lately. I'm still figuring out a lot of it.
That's certainly a lot of information. I didn't expect all of that. I promise you I will not relay any of that information to anyone else. That's your story to tell.
Thank you.
I appreciate you trusting just that information with me. I do feel like we kind of have similar paths right now. After I defeated the Duke, I was also given these abilities that I can't explain, which now your compatriot, with the sword that, is meant to murder an image of me, says I'm a paragon and I am the divine of some religion. This is all just getting too very preachy for me, in a sense. The powers that I've been given were from nowhere, and now they've also twisted, in a sense, to more of an infection than a blessing in my eyes. Physically, physically with the pain that I experience from the stars being in my arm, to even the Eldritch. I have a twisted formation of Eldritch Blast that you're able to do that I wasn't able to do previously before I defeated the Duke. So I feel like we can take solace that we're both experiencing weird changes in our magic together. What?
I think I find myself trusting you easily because I think I see, I see in you what I think the real Wesley would have been. And yet, even though I don't know if that Wesley even exists anymore, or maybe I am the real Wesley, I don't know. We've both clearly had some twisted paths placed upon us. And I think I feel a comfort in sharing a little bit of that twisted path with you.
Well, I feel honored that you would see yourself in me, but I feel like that's where I would disagree with you. You grew up with these powers, you enhanced them, you wanted to dive deeper into them and understand them more. Ever since I've been given these powers, they've been nothing but a curse for me, and all I want is to get rid of these powers and go back to the life I had previously. I feel like if you had these powers and your original body back, you'd be doing a lot more good, harnessing a lot more potential with what you have given, what you would have been given.
With all due respect, I'm not sure I would call what I have not a curse either. My powers resulted in my soul being stolen. So
that's fair.
I'm not sure if I would rather just live my life as a regular, I don't know. I don't know what it's like to grow up.
Is there a way that you can get your soul back into your body? Is that a possibility?
I don't know. I hope to find out one day. I think I'm just afraid of what the answer might be.
Well, I'd love to, once we kind of resolve your issue in the city of Bloodstone with the rest of your compatriots, if you feel like you want to go, I would love to follow you in that. I feel like, one, it'd be a great learning opportunity in the realm of magic. But also I'd love to help you get back to the version of you would like to see.
I'd like to try, although I don't even know what that version would be like anymore.
Well, I have a plethora of notes now that I can study for. One more thing.
Sure.
This will kind of help me visualize more. This is coming from a person who didn't have magical powers, more than 5 years ago. I could always teach the history of magic, but I could never feel what it's like to pull from magic. And now having these powers, it's almost like I sense a weave, almost like a constellational weave of magical energy that I'm able to pull from and bend at my will as I cast spells. Your time magic, does that feel the same or does that feel different? You're able to freeze time, warp, and all of that stuff.
Feels like it's pulling from within myself. When I am able to manifest things out of my amulet, it almost feels like I'm giving life to manifest, whether it's manifesting materials to cast a spell or sending, like if I when I send Jaxus or Jaxus Jaxus, fuck. Look what you got done.
Nice.
Like when I sent like Axis up the cliff, it almost feels like they're going through me. And like my body is like almost like splitting, like there's a second form of me that's carrying them to the spot I want them to go. And even like the time freezes, it almost just, even though I don't need to anymore, every time it freezes time, it almost reminds me of like being able to breathe again. It's just like a moment, like a quick moment to myself to kind of remember everything, and just take that extra step. But I don't feel like I'm pulling from anywhere. And even when I'm pulling from the amulet, it still feels like I'm pulling just from myself.
And Brian, just check Discord character chat. Just, you probably already know this, but just, a reminder since we haven't talked about it in a while. May not change anything, but
Awen is just like frantically scribbling down all of this.
Yeah.
This is his bread and butter. That is. Thank you so much. Sorry, one more question. You mentioned Josie.
Yeah.
That she was back in your town. What was she to you back when you were a kid? You had a body.
I didn't know Josie when I had a body.
You met her after?
I did.
Oh.
Josie
So she wasn't. Okay.
Josie was the first person to be a family to me once after my family abandoned me, which is why she's most important to me. She accepted me when my true family didn't.
Thank you. I will continue to fight along your side and this party's side. If I'm being honest with you, I think there's a lot of good reason for me to run. There's something in the back of my head that I can't explain. It's telling me to stay, and that's what I'm listening to. So I will continue to stay. I'll continue to fight with you guys. I probably am going to stay on the other side of Kalon when he pulls that sword out.
Understand that.
But thank you for just even giving me a moment just to get away from it all, disassociate from it all.
Yeah.
And you watch your body get stabbed by a sword, and you still don't really know how to process it, but
yeah, well, I know what it's like to lose a body, so
that is also fair. So,
and one last thing, as much as I am familiar with time and everything, I still don't know how long it's been that I've been like this.
Like,
I don't know when exactly I was stolen. I just know I was young.
So you don't know if you've been in this body for a few years, or so it could be a few years, it could be decades.
It's at least a few years.
It's at least a few years. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But, wow. Again, thank you so much. I appreciate
Longer
it.
than I would wish on anyone.
Well, let's get this figured out. Let's get this behind us. And then if you were ready at that point,
We've got more important things. I can wait.
well, when the time comes and you feel like you're ready, you let me know. Even if we're not immediately together at the moment, if the time comes and you need help, please let me know. I would love to assist you in this.
I appreciate it.
He's going to pack up his book. He's going to look at where Kalon's at. Looks there, and he's going to go the other way.
Nice. Guys want to head back up then?
Awen.
And then we kiss.
Thank you.
What?
Thank you.
Oh. No, thank you. And then he awkwardly just shuffles away into the woods.
I think Wes will just kind of go back to a bit of a meditative state.
Cool. All right, let's head back up.
All right.
Names. Maybe they have more.
All right.
Guys, we kissed.
So
It was romantic.
The plan is all set. You guys are dying in your sleep tonight.
You
so.
bastards.
Don't lie to me.
You fucking bastard.
Rev, you
Oh,
owe
oh,
me.
you
You owe me
got-
you owe me $50. I kissed Wes.
Oh, and you got the whole chat on it too. Haha, you're so funny. Good jokes, guys.
Ha ha ha.
Ha
What about that perception check though? I saw that in D&D Beyond.
Mm-hmm.
There was?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he rolled a 10. He rolled a 10.
That was from earlier. That was from when you were on the dragon.
No, it wasn't. I see it live.
It was 46 minutes ago.
I'd like to roll an insight check. That's
It was a while ago. You might, if you didn't refresh your screen,
It
Dave.
literally just rolled.
Yeah.
It just rolled like here, like on my screen. At the same
Sometimes
time. I
that's
was like,
what
are
it'll
you
do.
Perceiving.
Everybody's lying to us.
My distracting mug. For
No, it
everyone.
actually happened.
Yes.
It was great.
What says
Uh-huh.
47 minutes ago?
See, Kalon, it's not that hard.
Wait,
It says
why does it say 47
Wait.
minutes? Anyway, whatever.
All right. Okay. Any other conversations or anything happening? Or
I'll be right back.
we just been yapping, dude.
all right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
We were
So
just above
d-
the table
I-
freaking out.
Talking about kissing.
do you guys want to take a quick break and then we'll be back in like say 10
Yeah, that'd
minutes?
be good,
That would
probably.
honestly be perfect.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
that's a good time
Everybody,
for it.
we will be back in about 10 minutes. See you then.
That's it. We're ending stream.
All right, we are back. I almost hit the end stream button, and they were just laughing about that. So, all right, we'll pick up where we left off. I think were we done with like travel conversations and everything? Okay,
Oh, I mean,
I
I'll
think
probably
so.
talk to more people, but
yeah.
more casually, maybe.
I mean, whatever you guys
I would
wanna
definitely,
do.
definitely stay to Josie on one of the other days. Like maybe while we're like mid travel or something. Be like, thanks for saving me. Cause I was like super fucked there. So I appreciate it.
I mean, it's not worth a thank you. You know, I know you do the same for me, so just don't even mention it.
Of course.
Are you feeling okay? You look a little happier despite almost dying. You got a little extra pep in your step. Everything good?
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Why?
Yeah, you just look a little more excited for the day,
Oh,
Anything go on?
nothing? No. Anything go on with you?
Insight check.
Yeah.
They hit the little Uno reverse. Yeah, what about you?
Anyway, what about
What's
you?
going on
though?
with you?
Okay, well, so I did persuasion.
What's that on the back of your
Persuasion.
hand?
I rolled a natural 2 on my insight check.
I rolled an
Oh,
8.
good.
Oh
an
yeah, no,
8.
you're okay. Yeah, you're well. What's my insight? Oh yeah, +2, 4. Oh yeah, no, you're just having a good day. You're.
I
have a
like the idea that
-1
it's like
persa-
a terrible
persuasion.
liar and somebody who's also just completely oblivious. Like,
Yep.
No, it's great. It's great.
You like that, Dave?
Reading people, yeah.
like Cat's just blushing, and Josie's like, "You got a fever, my God!" Like,
Do you need another lobotomy?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Oh God.
Come here.
Always.
All right, so everybody make sure they took a long rest, right?
Yeah.
Or 2 or 3 because you've been traveling for 3 days, right? And uneventful days. And all right, so though you've started to focus on the path ahead in the world around you, your thoughts can't help but return to the vision when there are no other distractions. The blade still hums against Kalon's hip, but it's not like loud, but it's very constant. You're constantly feeling it, right? It's there. It's like a low pressure almost. It doesn't like lift. You know, you can set down the blade, but you can't seem to give it away like what happened with Wes, right? He can't go to grab it. It is definitely connected to you. When you finally reach Bloodstone's end, something feels different. You just quickly realize, though, that it's not the city that's different. It's all of you. This has just been an experience, right? So you're back in Bloodstone's End. And like I said, it's about 3 days of travel. We'll say you arrive probably, around dinner time on that 3rd day, right? So
I mean, I'm picturing that I rode the dragon back.
Are you riding it into town?
Right. That's why I'm bringing this up.
Nope. Please don't.
And so I think that before we get in there, I would like stop everyone. I'd be like, guys, I don't think this is a good idea. Me going in on a dragon.
Can you pocket that thing like Cat does, or?
Put that thing away.
Yeah, I don't know. Let me I don't know. 1 second. He's gonna like get down and he's gonna like walk around to the front of the dragon, and Kalon's gonna just like look at it and like the same thing. He's just gonna like come close and he's gonna like reach his hand up. He's gonna touch it, and then the dragon's gonna like just bow its head, and its forehead and our foreheads will touch. And at that moment, there is just almost like this like of like light. Like it's like all of you won't be able to look at it. Like it's just you'll like just have to look away, or you'll be like, oh my God. And then when you look back, it's just me with my hand. And like I kind of like look up and I'm like, and I turn around and I'm like, I can do that. Yeah.
And what you see is after that flash too,
Well,
you see the ground beneath it has scorch marks, and there's a little bit of ash that's kind of like kind of blowing in the wind and blows away.
Kalon just kind of like kicks like some dirt over it. So right outside. Proceed.
So you hop back in the wagon then?
Yeah. Get cozy. The next to Cap.
Our poor ass. Our poor horse.
All right. So as the wagon is going into the gates, coming up and you're going through and everything, you're And if you're doing anything or interacting, that's great. Otherwise, you're just in the city, right? They would know who you. They would just let you through. You're part of the crowd, so and they would recognize Awen anyway. Wave him through.
Yeah, when we get back in, when we get back into the city, or like as we get close, he's gonna actually like reapply the bandage to hide the stars, and the hood's gonna go back up.
Okay.
So he's definitely gonna try to make it himself less
Conspicuous.
noticeable. Yes, that fancy word.
Yes.
As you do that, as you like bandage up the, like bandage everything up, Kalon's gonna say, there's no need to hide. You are who you are.
Yes, but I don't like all the extra attention and all the looks and all of the groveling and all of the Awen, savior of the Bloodstone's Keep. I'd prefer to just be. I prefer to just be me inconspicuously,
Well, that's why you are who you are, because you don't want it. Remember that. I'm just gonna carry on.
I know you tried to like apologize for it, but can you show me the thing that you made of Gia sometime? It doesn't have to be now, but like I'm just kind of curious.
I mean, I
It
could.
sounds cool, and
It won't give me
didn't
any
see it.
effects, but I could do it right now. Now that we're safe.
Oh yeah, I'd love to see it.
Okay. Are we like in the city, or are we like
Yeah.
still outside?
Yeah, well, wherever you,
Okay.
wherever you would feel appropriate to do all this, right? So
I'll just. He'll like look around and see just kind of people looking around, and just kind of take a sigh, and he'll cast out the stars. Is Gia out?
I think Gia's walking around with me as usual.
Okay. He'll cast the stars towards Gia, and the stars will just start to like form this like dodecahedron level, just like almost like capturing every angle of her. And then after it's done for a few minutes, it will all sink into the ground, run down the cobblestone pathway up my leg onto my shoulder, and then as the stars come out of my shoulder, a perfect replica of Gia, just on a very small, like can be a parrot on my shoulder scale, is just sitting there. And then Awen extends his hand out to you, and it's also with the it looks just like the wolves and me when I turn. It's completely constellations. He extends his hand out to you, and the ethereal Gia runs down and jumps up onto your shoulder.
Can I like feel if I touch it? Can I feel it, or is it just like ghostly? Does your hand pass through it?
That's a good question. I don't know. Does the D&D Beyonds give me that?
A figment of your.
Because it's like made of like stars and shit.
I would say it doesn't say if you can or not, so I'm going to say you can feel it. And it feels, but it feels like a dragon, which kind of feels weird because it's made up of constellations.
Wow.
Aren't we all?
Just wood.
She like, I mean, she was this size like when I was a kid. Actually.
Really?
Yeah, like when she was born, it was when drakes were born, they're about like, around this size.
How long ago was that?
How old am I?
I ain't asking that.
How old am I? Is it in my background?
I thought you said you were
This is
like
actually going to be
like
very
28,
Probably,
29, 30, something like that.
yeah,
I thought.
20 something years ago.
Yeah.
say 25 years ago ish.
Well, if you'd like to, it lasts for 10 minutes. If you'd like to have just a little baby Gia on your shoulder for old time's sake, you're more than welcome to.
Oh.
Yeah, just hold it and like kind of show it to Gia too. Like, you know when you like try to show a pet like them in a mirror or like a picture of them and they're like not registering it at all. She's just like, what?
Den, I guess rule order question. It probably doesn't matter, but I'm just kind of curious. Would she get would they get the benefits of the starry form dragon?
What are
If it's
those
on-
benefits? Because I mean, if we're talking just like an effect, like a physical effect like this, you know, I have no problem with that. But what are the benefits?
It's a form of starry form. So like my archer, where I can get an extra
I
bonus
see.
action when I turn into the archer. The other one, there's two. There's a chalice and there's a dragon, which is a constellation wise dragon appears on you when you make an intelligence or wisdom check or a constitution saving throw to maintain concentration on a spell. You can treat a roll of 9 or lower on a d20 as a 10.
Yeah, I think, but it's technically only for
It would still
you,
be on me.
right?
Okay,
yeah.
so technically I would get that benefit
right.
if I need it for the next 10 minutes.
Right.
Right.
Because it's essentially a use of your wild shape, no?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is, yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, we
Thematically, I
can.
think it's cool to like place it on other people.
I also
Yeah,
like the idea.
It would be cool.
If for flavor alone, if you're like, I just want to cast it like for looks that's cool. Like, and that wouldn't use a thing. If you want the effects, that would use your wild shape. Does that make sense? So like this, if you just like, no, here it is, I can kind of do that and manipulate it. Yeah, that's totally cool, right?
Okay.
But
I'll do that and then not gain the benefits.
Yeah,
but I'll let it last for 10 minutes so they can enjoy a baby Gia for a little bit.
yeah, I mean, you have the magic, right? It's just, you know, I got the magic in me. But it's just, are you actually enabling the effect of it, like the power behind it, or is it just like, hey, ooh, look, it's pretty cool looking.
Yeah.
So cool.
Well, here you go. So I might do it again if we're in battle. It's kind of very useful for me. But yeah. In the moment, you know, big ethereal paragon stabbing me multiple times. You were blinded. Felt like it was necessary to utilize it.
It's so cute.
Sadly, I went unconscious when your blindness went away, so you never got to see the work. So I'm glad you get to see it now.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we were both in rough shape.
Yeah.
I'm just glad we're all okay now.
Yeah.
You feel better though about stuff?
Do
like,
I?
You feel like, oh yeah, like you were a little, I think, like.
I mean, I feel like when you see what looks like your impending doom by a bunch of compatriots you've been working with for the past, how long has it been? 3 days? A week? A week?
Yeah. Not very long.
I'm doing better. I don't know. There's still part of me that I feel like me of a few months ago would have just ran and called it a day. I don't know, ever since I had to step into what I didn't want to do against the Duke, there's something telling me to stay here. I don't know what that is or who that is, but I'm doing better. Not there yet, but I'm doing better. Thank you for healing me. So
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Well, you're like really useful. Also, like, not to say that I don't like. I mean, like I like you're very like nice and you're fun to hang out with, but also like it's a lot less. I just mean I wasn't trying to just say that it's because you're useful that I enjoy. I think I enjoy your company. I think everyone enjoys your company too. It's just it's. I know that we've already had some sort of like difficult fights with you, but it's been rough in the past too. So it's just very nice to have you around.
It's nice to be here. I feel a little more appreciative than my last group overall. Not as many. I appreciate this group a lot more as well. So
My video went out.
Oh, God, no.
Where's my-
One
is it
misplaced
coming back?
Thunderwave,
It's
and it's
coming back.
all
There
over
we go.
from this.
I was gonna say.
I do a misplaced Thunderwave, and Wes is like, I take everything back.
And as you're saying this, Hoagie comes running out of Bloodstone's End directly towards you.
Throws a burrito at
right.
It's so weird that I like just drop like everyone else's picture drops from the video thing, and then I just come back.
Yep.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But no, I appreciate this community as well. It's not what I expected when I joined in, and where we're at now is not what I expected. But I'm sure that in the end, everything will work out, and you guys definitely won't hold me against my will and stab me with the sword that's at Kalon's side, and everything will be great. At least that's what I'm telling myself.
What's
Yeah,
that? What's
well,
that
no
leaning up
plans to
on the
do that, so.
drawers behind you, Thomas?
I'm in danger.
Oh
Don't worry
no!
about it.
All right.
Well.
So you guys are back in Bloodstone's End. What are you doing?
Yeah,
So
we've
it's
got some
evening,
questions
right?
for the collector, dude.
Well, I
Yeah.
think we should
Do we want to
Maybe
do
we
that tonight, or do we
talk
want to go to
about-
the inn?
I think we need answers right.
We
Right,
also
the-
need a game plan for like what are we gonna tell?
Yeah, because he's
him?
gonna want
Don't
to
we have-
take.
What are we gonna ask him?
Wait,
'Cause-
Don't we have like another trial after this as well?
Yeah.
Mhm.
What the fuck is the third trial going to be if that was the second?
Who knows,
know.
man? This guy's
Yeah.
weird.
Well, if we got a lot of good
He did
stuff
say
from
we-
this.
He said we would get some answers after this one, correct?
Yeah.
My
Spit in the
third
bottle.
trial, Kalon and Kat must kiss.
Got to be so
You
cool if
must
they'd
so.
completed that trial.
Again.
Oh, it'd be so cool. I'd be so much richer as well.
So do we want to
Yeah.
like
I
just
don't know.
post up
I
in
would
a-
be richer.
Do we like go like settle down in an inn and like sleep for the night, or do you guys want to head to the collector now? Because Kalon would be down to go now.
I think we go
Yeah,
now.
I feel like I
think we
don't
go
think
now.
I think everyone would be too like intent on on the answers to get some sleep. Like I don't think
Yeah, like I can't. Sleep
I don't
with
think
this
right
buzzing thing next to me.
exactly. Like this just this
Wait.
Well,
intense
and
always just
you've-
happen to all of
wait,
us, like-
you've been
Do you say your sword's
traveling-
buzzing you?
You've been traveling leisurely for 3 days, right? You've had time to rest, to talk. So, and it's only around like the dinner time, the early evening or whatever. So
Okay, but
you
I'm
would
saying, as long
have
as
time.
it's like evening is like 6 o'clock, not like it's 11:30.
Right. Yeah. No, that's what I would say. You got back like around that like late afternoon, evening time, right? So
Then yeah, absolutely. I would assume we'd
100%.
just go straight to.
After what we said.
Yup. Let's do it.
I can't wait any longer. I vortex warp everyone.
okay.
This is what I wanted to experience. Woo!
Axis peeps again.
Absolutely.
All right. So you guys head
Twin vortex.
over there then. And you head over there. You get to the shop. The shop front of Morcant Antiquities. It's just sitting there, just as it always is. And you walk in and you see the same shopkeeper, kind of in the same position that he always is. And he just looks up, smiles politely, and goes, "Welcome back. He's expecting you." He kind of waves you up.
I mean, Kalon's gonna like storm up the stairs
Yeah.
and just
Yeah.
Yeah,
One singular knock.
you knock once,
Yep.
and before your knuckles has even left the wood, it opens. Like he's expecting you, right?
Ooh.
I'm gonna storm in, and like I'm feeling like as I've gotten closer to this door, like I'm feeling the pulse of this sword, and it's like almost like agitating me. Like I'm thinking about like what like Kalon saw like the edge of a zenith like armor from one of the boxes in his room. Then he sent us to this temple. Like he clearly knows more than he's letting on. And now we're in this situation, like we almost died, and now I've got this thing that's like calling me. So like as he's like getting closer to the store, he starts feeling kind of like angry, but he can't like quite place it.
Right.
Like it's like almost like it's not coming from him. Like he's just starting getting angry. So he like storms at the stairs, and as he opens, and he like bursts into the room, and he's just looking for the collector. Like he
Okay.
to the center.
Right. So the gallery, it's exactly as you left it. Polished stone, even spacing, the glass cases, all that type of thing. Sebastian Morcant, the collector, stands in the center of the room, gloved hands clasped behind his back, watching the door as it opens. He's dressed as he always is, dark coat, immaculate, very still. He does not move towards you, and he doesn't need to. His eyes find each of you in turn, and he's not really a greeting. He's reading each of you, right? And you can feel the kind of catalog happening in his mind, like as he looks at each of you. And then his gaze stops on Kalon, and he glances down at where the blade is on your side. And he doesn't even ask. As he sees you about to even like say something or react, he senses you want to. He just raises a hand like this and goes, I will save you the explanation. It is bound. I expected this possibility. What you carry is incomplete, and it cannot be completed by me. It cannot be completed by you alone. The path to its completion is one you will find in time. For now, it is yours. It is dangerous, and that is what you will live with. And then he looks at all of you, and, you know, he just kind of pauses there. And I don't know if you have any response or anything to that, right?
I mean, Kalon's gonna listen to that,
Mhm.
and he's gonna say, what are you talking, like angrily, like almost shouting. He's like, what are you talking about? You sent us on this mission. You knew exactly where you were sending us on. How could you do this to me? And he's like getting closer to the collector, and like he's like looming over him.
Yeah.
But he's like almost like internally like trying to like fight against this like
Right.
thing that's
And you
happening. It's
sense,
like,
and it interestingly enough, you sense as you get closer to him, he looks bigger than you. Like, you've never been this close. As you get closer, it's almost as if he grows. So as you're approaching him, he's like, it was like the gallery itself is almost an illusion. He is bigger than he seems. And then if you do back off, he just visually goes. Now, nobody else notices that. Like, only you as you get closer. So I don't know if that does anything.
I mean, I guess no, I don't think it does. I think if anything, like, do they notice him change size?
No.
Is it only me?
No, just you.
No,
So in
it's
which
like
case
your
then, like,
perception.
I am to a person this tall, probably looking like this.
Yeah, you're right. Well, and it's not
Like,
even
I'm like-
like the
I'm like,
perception. The perception to everybody else doesn't even look awkward. It just looks. It's almost like they don't even see it. It's as if you get closer and you're seeing like the truth in it. Whereas if you back off, it's like it's more of not the truth, right? It's like the way he looks.
I think that like I say it, but like it doesn't lose my conviction in
Mhm.
it. But I realize when I see him change size, like I sense that it's the truth. Like this guy is bigger than
Yeah,
he's letting
and
on.
so you see that, do a perception check.
18.
Okay. With that, you notice a couple other little details. You notice like his face even looks less human-ish. You almost note like the glowing. I said he had glowing eyes before. These are almost like his eyes have this like reddish, yellowish glow behind them that you don't notice from afar. And you get this almost familiarity with it, like, ooh, he is not a human or what he appears to be.
Okay. So I don't think that makes me lose conviction, but I notice it, and it makes me like, it almost, that makes me override, somehow inside of me that overrides the compulsion towards this anger that I'm feeling.
Yeah.
And I like, I'm still feeling it, but it's almost like my senses get the better of me. And I'm like,
and he doesn't react to you at all. He's just looking at you and letting you like say this, invent this, right? And
I just turn around and I just like sort of pace back through the group, and I'm like by the door, but I'm like sort of like looking at him, like questioning and like angry.
Yeah. And, you know, he understands. And did you said, you know, you said you knew about it. What did you say exactly to him, or roughly?
I said, you knew exactly where you sent us, and how could you do this to me?
Right. And he pauses for a second and he goes, you were exactly where you were supposed to be. And that's all he says. And he looks a little bit more, and he kind of takes another breath, and it's like, and when I said that it was incomplete, what I meant was the work it was made for is unfinished. The blade remembers what it was meant to do, and so does the part of you that drew it from where it lay. Then he goes, you will know more when you're meant to know more. I will not tell you now what the next step is, because I do not know it. I know only the shape of the absence. He said, carry it well. It will tell you what it needs before it tells anyone else.
What is this, dude?
Now, there is another matter. I've been made aware of a time-sensitive situation. A former agent of the Crimson Reaper has defected. And remember, that's who you think, like, you're trying to figure out who set you up. So he's giving you information. He's giving you, like, info now, right?
Oh, now he wants to talk. Cool.
He has placed himself under the protection of Don Orcleone. And the Don, to his credit, is sheltering him. And he kind of pauses and he looks at her and goes, the Reaper has dispatched an assassin to retrieve this defector, or to silence him. The distinction will not matter to him if it succeeds. You will find this man before the assassin does. You will keep him alive. What he knows is worth more than what he is. And he continues on. And he goes, kind of takes a half step back and he goes, the Don will not give the asset to me. He has his reasons, and they are not unreasonable. He may give him to you if you can convince him you are worth the access, and if you can offer him something he cannot refuse. He kind of smiles. And he looks at you all and he goes, you have something he needs, and he does not yet have. Specific intelligence about the assassin moving on his agent. Use it. You will know, you know how to find him. He's talking about Don Orcleon. He will see you. And Kalon, when he looks at you, he goes, leave the blade visible. It will not impress the Don, but it will tell him you are no one's tool. And that matters to him. Oh, and one more thing with this. If in the course of recovering this man, you happen to encounter the assassin sent for him, and I suspect you will, I would consider it a personal favor if you brought their leader to me. Alive. Unconscious, more precisely. Not sleeping, not dying, not dead. And he kind of looks, he goes, he will have answers I cannot reach by other means, and it may prove extremely informative and helpful for all of us. Now, and he kind of pauses there and waits.
He wants the assassin,
He wants the assassin.
Assassin's
He
leader?
wants you to
Assassins.
rescue the agent, right? The defector,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
Who
Right.
obviously would be helpful to know what's
Right.
going on, right? For you guys.
Right.
And
Yeah.
also for him. But also he's like, yeah, and if you can capture the assassin, I will question him. In other words, kind of like bring him, I've got a method, like let me have him, right?
Yeah.
And he's
Easy
even
enough.
he goes, and he's even willing to give you some. He goes, let's see. He inclines his head slightly towards the door, like this, as he was saying that. And the shopkeeper appears, which you've never seen him come up here before. He appears at the threshold of the gallery, as if he had kind of been waiting. And he carries a small flat object on like a folded square of dark cloth. And he crosses the room, and I don't know, whoever's closest to the door, like who would be maybe
Probably would be me.
Okay, and he looks at you.
Yeah, and Kalon said he was by it too.
Yeah, and he offers
Yeah, well-
this to whoever's closest to the door. Okay.
Okay.
And he just kind of waits until one of you takes it. And it's the size of maybe a pocket watch. It's made of dark, polished metal, etched with concentric rings of fine script in a language that none of you immediately recognize. Like it looks like something completely odd and foreign to you all, right? A single recessed sigil sits at its center, and if you touch it, it's kind of almost warm. And the shopkeeper speaks for the first time since you entered. And he looks at you and he goes, well, for the first time since he entered. He's like, place this in contact with the man you wish to send. Press the central mark. He will arrive where Master Morcant requires him. It will function only once, and it will function only on a creature that is unconscious, genuinely so, not asleep, not feigning, not dying, unconscious from a blow that has not killed them. It will not work on the dead or on you. Please do not test that. And, he looks at you and goes, the device is yours until you have used it or until you return it. Master Morcant will know either way. So basically, he wants you to knock this guy
He's
out
on the assassin.
and put it on the assassin and press the button. And then the assassin will disappear and he'll be taken to Morcant to do something with.
Mm-hmm.
Easiest job we've had yet.
We say that, but we don't know what the
dare
assassin
you say that?
Is there
The fuck, Reckless?
is there a name for this thing that I can search?
No, he doesn't give you a name. He's like, it is a custom device.
Goody.
So should I just put in my possession magic teleporting
Magic
amulet?
teleporty thing if you want. Yeah.
Okay.
The
Well.
oh fuck card.
Right.
Magic teleporty thingy.
Perfect.
So, and then
Knock.
yep, go ahead.
Oh, I was just writing in the notes. Knock the bitch out and press equals profit.
And press send. And with that, you see the collector kind of nods with, like appreciatively to the shopkeeper, who nods back. And once you take that, the shopkeeper leaves. He's like, are there any questions that you have?
Do you have any other information on the assassin? What we should be looking for with this guy?
The assassin, no. That may be something that the Dawn can help you with. All I know is that my sources have told me that the Crimson Reaper has sent an assassin or a team of assassins after this defector.
Team?
That's what he said. He doesn't have details.
Mm-hmm.
The A-team.
Well, if there's a team, then which one do we send?
The leader.
Any of them?
The leader, basically, he said.
Okay.
Any other questions
So
that you may have?
above table question.
Yeah.
He had insinuated that we had information that would be of interest to the Dawn.
Yeah, that that there's an assassin coming after his
Okay.
asset that he's hiding now, right?
Mhm.
So somebody's defected away from the Reaper, the Crimson Reaper, to Don Orcleone, and he's hiding him. But there's an assassin
It's
coming
like,
after.
so you know that rat that you got?
Yeah.
Well, somebody's coming after him. You
Right.
should entrust him to us because we'll keep him safe.
Pretty much. That's what he's saying. And
Alright.
he's also telling you he can't, like, him and the Don don't talk.
They don't mix.
They don't, right. And
Oil, water.
but he seemed like accepting of that. Like, he's who he is, I am who I am. That's it, right?
Okay.
Any other questions?
No, not for me.
And he kind of goes, all right. He goes, and in case you hadn't realized it, your trials are over. I trust you. This information, this defector, and this assassin are to help us both.
Cool. You
I
better
get an
answer a fuckload
insight
of questions when we get back.
Can I get an insight on his statement on that?
Sure.
I kind of want to get a sense of how desperate he is.
Okay. Go ahead and do an insight check.
DM, can I actually have you roll it for me?
Sure.
I
Any-
have a +7 insight.
+7. Okay. So you don't detect any deception on his part. And you do get the idea that obviously, he is someone who doesn't necessarily give all of the information he knows out there, right? So that's still kind of hanging over the whole thing, but you're not sensing deception here. You sense that he is also in need, and that was kind of what Novus had told you guys at the beginning, right? It's like, look, this guy is like, not happy with the Crimson Reaper either. So he might be able to help.
Okay.
Any other questions?
Did you know that that this was going to happen with Kayla in the sword?
And he kind of pauses for a moment. He's like, I had suspicions. Let's see. He goes, I considered it a possibility, whether it was with Kalon or any one of you. The Prophet's Chamber has been wrong for a very long time. I did not know the shape of the wrongness, or what it would take when it was disturbed. That's all I know.
Did you know about me? Did you know about my past?
Some of it. I probably know more than you've told your companions.
How much do you know of all of us?
Quite a bit.
Why?
You say, like, so the first
Why?
question was, how much do you know about all of us, right? And you're saying, and you're asking why?
Why?
He's
Yeah.
like, information such as this comes my way. I have some details. Others, as I said, merely the shapes of things. I put patterns together. Sometimes I'm right, sometimes I'm not. But you have proven yourselves worthy, as others have said you would be. And so I believe we could have a mutually beneficial partnership here.
Well, next time you send us somewhere, it would be helpful to have all of the information going in.
That's as much as I have.
Right. Okay.
You know that sword is not complete and needs something. And needs someone to help with Kalon, but you don't know what it is. But
No.
you know it does need something.
It does. The shape of it will make itself known.
But like, if you don't know what it is, how do you know that it does need something?
And he just kind of smiles. Can you not feel the magic? And he kind of pauses there for a second. It was almost a rhetorical question. He goes, I simply know. I can't explain it any more than that. As he blinks his eyes as he's saying that, you just kind of notice this, like his eyes blinked in a weird way. Like a, almost like how you see like a cat's eyes will blink weird or something like that. You see
Two
this.
sets of lids.
Yeah, it's like something like that. And he just,
Awen's
Yeah,
just gonna
kinda
Awen's just gonna walk out.
Yeah, same. I'm
Yeah,
following
yeah.
Awen.
Goodbye.
all right.
I'll leave last, and
Okay.
I'm gonna do a little divine sense on him.
Ooh.
Okay, what does that do?
As an action, you can detect good and evil until the end of your next turn. You can sense anything affected by the hollow spell or know the location of any celestial, fiend, or undead within 60 feet, as long as they are not behind total cover.
Okay. You don't sense good or evil. And that's the interesting thing that you get back from that. Like, it's
I hardly ever
very,
sense something that's true neutral.
it's very neutral in this case, right? Yeah, and what was the things that I could detect creature-wise or?
Celestial, fiend, or undead.
Okay, yeah, you don't get that sense at all. So you don't get much.
Mm.
That's the alien.
Yeah.
No, he's just a collector.
Yeah. Before I'll kind of like go to the door and I'll hold it open, and then as I'm about to close it behind me, I'll kind of like look at him a little bit out of the corner of my eye over my shoulder.
And when you do that, and when because he kind of, as you cast the spell and you were doing that, and you turn back around, he goes, "Did you get the information you were looking for?"
No, but I doubt any information I get from you will be free.
Perhaps. Perhaps not. Farewell. And he turns around
I'll
and
leave with that.
Yep, continues to do his stuff.
Ooh, I have questions.
This motherfucker.
I hate this guy.
Guy fucking sucks.
Oh, I hate him. I love him and I hate him. I love him and I hate him. I love him because he's a complex individual. I hate him because he's creepy as fuck.
The fuck.
So, what are you doing now? You figure you
we
spent
gotta go
maybe an
to the
hour there or something,
Drinking.
Over
Yeah,
the Dons. Over the Dons.
Over the Dons.
We gotta get it on because he said we're on a timetable. We gotta go,
I
go, go.
did, yeah.
True, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so it's still light out. Where are you headed? Like, which facility are you headed to?
Let's see. He was at the Fight Club last time, so maybe we try what is it?
Dock.
Fweef? Is that where he...
No,
Yeah.
No, what's the other place?
Fweef.
No, wait, no, the Demon's Hole. The
Fweef
Demon's Hole.
is the
Food.
restaurant. Yeah, the Demon's Hole is the bar.
That's
right.
what I meant.
Yeah.
He's
we
not
should
be-
we should sort of like talk it out before we just go in there. Like we should
Walk and talk,
what
walk
is
and
the
talk.
plan?
We can walk and talk.
Yeah, we're walking and talking, but like I mean we have to lie to him. And like
Wait.
lying to someone like that's not easy.
Technically,
We
we're
need to not know that the
lying.
collective wants this. Like he doesn't like the collective.
He doesn't like. I don't think he likes the collector messing with his stuff. I think we just honestly kind of have to go in there and tell the Dawn, "Hey, we know there's an assassin after your rat you're protecting. Allow us to protect him."
Hey.
Yeah, he doesn't necessarily need to know where we got the information from.
What if he asks, where did you get that information from? What are you going to say?
Then we gotta lie. So
So what's a
Or-
lie?
we
We
best be
tell
prepared.
him, or we don't need to tell him. Information is
Or-
money. Information is
We're the-
valuable.
At the end of the day, though, we're the Gravehand Syndicate. Like, it doesn't matter. We have our connections.
Yeah,
And if
apparently
he
that gets
tells-
us a free pass to
I know
a
you're,
Dawn
you're new
appointment.
to this, Eowyn, but we've been doing this for a minute. Like, we got some.
About time we fucking did some the deceiving crime things, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I sort of miss
It's
it.
kind of our
bread and butter.
well, like, you know.
Yeah, we've
Yeah.
been on a
And
bit of
I-
a good streak lately. Like, what are we doing?
Oh, so now we start doing the bad guy stuff.
Okay, no,
No,
listen,
we don't
okay,
have to
it's
do
not
the bad guy
technically
stuff.
bad
It's just
guy stuff.
we're experienced in a bit of, deception.
It's not.
So I don't know
it's
about
not
you guys.
bad
I have a
guy
reputation to uphold in this city.
We don't
Yeah.
do bad
you
guy
also,
stuff. We just
you also
do stuff.
volunteered
It's
to
not
join
like-
us.
That is true. That is true.
We're just not
Look.
a bitch.
We're not evil. We're not good. We operate in the gray.
The
Oh, see, I get
gray,
it. It's a
the
play on
hand
word with the
syndicate.
name. Your hand plays in the grave while you syndicately murder,
no.
steal, and destroy.
Like the color, like the shade of.
Okay.
Sure,
black.
yeah, why not? Yeah.
Okay.
Technically,
Gray, not
all the
grave.
murder has been in self-defense. Okay,
I mean,
technically.
I feel like any murderer would say that.
Eowyn,
Sometimes it works.
we're gonna need you to just come along, okay?
Again, you knew
Hey, but
I
I'm
was
afraid
kind of a
you're in too
murderer
deep
when I
at this
joined
point.
this shit. Okay, you kind of knew this.
There was a blood oath.
Am I being kidnapped? No. Can I leave? No.
No.
I'll just be in the back. I'll have my pen and paper. I'm just gonna take notes. on
Yeah,
how
we'll
to
give you a
be-
media vest.
You're the chronicler.
Yeah, give me the media
Yeah,
vest.
right.
Give him a press
The media
vest.
bulletproof vest.
Get as many high vis.
You're what's his name?
Oh my God.
Oh my God. In BG3.
Oh, your Volo.
Yes, Volo. Thank you.
Oh
Give me a
God.
bolo.
No,
Hell
So,
yeah.
you know what? Never mind. I'll fucking kill
Yeah,
people.
right. You're
Never
Volo,
mind,
but
I'm
with
gonna kill
skills.
He's Volo. I'm gonna kill him. Ugh.
He's
No, that's
anchoring the
Kalon's
weed,
job.
bro. He's anchoring the weed.
Okay,
Draw
so
Ragslin. Draw Ragslin.
the idea
What are you
is-
doing?
we get this guy somewhere safe, and we keep him there, and then we set up some sort of like bait trap for the like assassins, but then are we leaving the guy alone somewhere, or like what happens if they try to attack us while we're transporting them somewhere? Like I don't. There's a lot
Oh,
of
we have the auto
factors
transport, do we
here.
not?
That's
We
got
for
the-
don't
we
need
got
to
the button.
transport him.
That's
anymore,
for the
That's
leader
for
of the
the
assassins.
assassins.
Yeah.
Right. But then the other guy is just
The other guy's for us to
He's a-
question, I guess.
he's just defecting. And
Yeah.
so like we can negotiate with Don or Cleone about that. I think right now our prime objective is don't let him get assassinated.
Right.
And I'm willing to bet he's not at the Devil's Hole. He's probably holed up in some other safe
Well,
house that
yeah.
Don's got.
Well,
Demon's
Devil's
Hole.
Hole, Demon's Hole is our starting point to get to the Dawn.
Devil's Hole is the location in the other city. It's sort of a chain.
right. I like that, man. I'm gonna write that down.
They got cups.
Devil's
They got cups.
Hole,
Collect
bro?
them all.
What?
Yeah.
It's like a ghost kitchen.
And
Terrible
also,
for the
I can-
economy.
I'm pretty good at lying. I can also get people to trust me pretty well.
Apparently,
you can
yeah.
also disguise yourself as someone
Listen.
else. So it's
Yeah,
like
see,
if
what
we
was
need-
that Ranger Axis?
you could
Fair.
you could make yourself look like him to sort of
Yeah, I'll
draw
be
the
bait.
assassins in.
I'll be bait. I don't care.
Yeah. Just saying it's a possibility. But I guess we kind of got to play it by ear.
I can also attempt to place him wherever we need him.
True.
If all comes down
maybe
to
we
it,
should
look,
use him as
I'm-
bait because we need him alive. I don't know.
All right.
So we'll go try to see if we can find the Dawn.
yeah.
All right.
Step one, find Dawn.
So you're heading to the Demon's Hole, or are you heading somewhere else?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So you go in there, and the bartender, he's like, and he kind of recognizes you because he knows that this is, and remember Don Orcleone said this is one of the places you could come to get him a message. And he just kind of goes, he kind of looks at you and just kind of nods, like expecting you to say something to him, right? About something like that.
Yeah. And kind of in like Thieves' Cant, I'll kind of lean against the bar and just basically tell him Don's got a rat and there's a cat on its tail. We'd like to meet up and discuss details.
He's like, whoa. I don't need to know any of the details. You need to speak to the Don. I can get him a message. I'll tell him that you want to speak with him. Is it urgent? And he kind of looks at you like expecting you to say yes.
Incredibly.
Extremely.
All right. Where will you be? So he can send his response.
No, we go directly to him. There's no time for back.
All right. It might take a little bit of time to get him a message, though.
You better
Listen.
fucking hurry.
All right.
There is somebody that matters a lot to the Don that is about to be killed.
All right.
Do you want the Don to be disappointed?
Hey, whoa.
Do you want to deal with it?
I don't need any more. I will send him a message urgently. And then he goes, give me a moment. And he goes in the back. He's gone for a few minutes. When he comes back.
I grab something from back there.
Right.
I was about to say
right. When he comes back, he's like,
it doesn't even matter what.
the message has been sent.
It comes out.
Yeah, right. He goes, and I will let you know if we receive a response. So what are you guys doing in the meantime?
Good. Well, we'll wait here.
Then. All right. If you want something to drink, I got ale and I got whiskey.
Whiskey.
All right.
Do you have blood wine?
No.
I'll take whiskey.
All right. Puts it down. Anybody else?
I sit down at a table, start pouring shots.
All right.
Oh my god.
And so you guys are doing that, and you get through,
I sit at the bar, and my gaze never leaves it.
Yeah.
Oh god, creepy child.
Threatening.
And he's just kind of looking at you and goes like, he calls over
Did he
one
give
of
us
the.
shot glasses, or are we just passing the bottle back and forth?
You wanted the bottle. He just left the bottle, and he's like, if you wanted glasses, he would give them to you. Whatever you asked for, right?
Mhm.
So, it's not a real high, class establishment, right?
Fancy establishment.
Right. So,
Damn.
you're sitting there, you're drinking. A little while later, he goes, hang on. He goes in the back. One of his attendants comes up, and he's kind of managing the bar and everything. And he comes back, and he's like, all right. And he hands you this piece of parchment, like this piece of paper. And all it says on it is, tonight, after the bell starts the second fight, come quietly. That's it.
All right, so he's at the fighting rings over by the docks.
That's it. Now, you guys, would know, and Awen definitely knows the fight club that goes out there, right?
Money.
Oh.
So
Funded the goddamn entire Mr. Ranger campaign.
right. It was a great way to start. So yeah, that's what the note says. Now it's, you've been sitting there for an hour. It's getting to the point where the fight club is probably going to start soon. So
Cool.
Make our way
We'll
over.
be on our way.
all right.
Guys, I will continue following you guys. I just got out of the clutches of the Don and what he wanted me to do. Would it be okay if I just disguised myself while we were in this fighting pit? If you want to use me as the bait or whatever to catch the assassin, I'll be that. But I just really, really don't want to see the Don right now, as Awen.
That's
Okay.
Sure thing, man.
Yeah.
Whatever you gotta do.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't care.
He'll form the stars will come out and form almost like a mask, like a hockey mask kind of, and he'll put it on his face, and his face will morph as he cast what was the spell? It's the new spell I got. I just really wanted to use the new
Face
spell.
morph.
No, it's not face morph.
Disguise.
It's one of my new Eldritch evocations.
Oh,
A mask
Oh,
of many
mask of
faces.
many faces.
yeah.
Yes.
Awesome.
So I'm just gonna look like
sick.
I'm just look like a regular guy.
Cool.
Thank you.
Just a dude.
Awesome.
John Bloodstone.
I look like John Bloodstone. Hi, John Bloodstone.
Damn glad to meet you.
My father almost destroyed the city.
Right.
Oh,
That's totally fine.
Mr. Bloodstone.
Mr. Bloodstone.
That's Mr. Bloodstone to you. Okay, so you head over to the fight club. You walk, it's open. You see the crowds kind of, they're in there, and you see, there's the kind of bouncers at the door. It's a little crowded inside the facility, inside the warehouse, and you hear them, welcome to to Don Orcleones. And basically the announcers say, hey, we are about to start the first round. Unfortunately, our reigning champion couldn't be here once again tonight, so it's an open fight night.
I hear reigning champion. I just look over at the disguised Awen.
I made a lot of money that night.
No, but you know who
it wasn't Awen, it was Hoagie.
Yeah, you know who the reigning champion is.
Yeah, he looks at Awen because I was
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
part of the group.
Can I'm eyes out from the second we're like.
I did
in
a
the
lot of betting,
area
didn't I?
even-
Sorry.
Yeah,
No,
you
you're
did
good.
that night, yeah.
Eyes out for anything sus from the second that we're even in the area.
Okay.
For the assassin
Yeah, same.
squad. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm also gonna part away slightly from the group, and like I think I'm gonna like go and like post up like near the bar, like just like skulking in the corner, maybe with like a hood up.
Okay. So you're all are you separate? Or are you like just a couple of you? Are you in relative close proximity?
Probably staying with Wes.
I would say we're probably all like relatively in close proximity, but not just like walking as a ball,
Yeah.
you know?
Okay.
Yeah, because it's a little bit.
Like we're all in
sus.
eyesight of each other, I would say.
Yeah.
Cool. And you see, I mean, you're looking for it, right? And especially Kat, you see, like, I mean, there are a ton of Don Orcleone's guards and stuff, like his people and stuff inside here, right? It's his fight club. So, after a little while, you're hanging out and you see kind of the first fight happen, ding, and a couple of people, it's not real exciting, and the crowd's cheering, you see money going back and forth and stuff, and one guy seems like breaks the other guy's arm, and oh yeah, he's down, blah blah, that type of thing, and yeah, people are cheering, and other people are pissed off, and so people are up at the betting table collecting money, doing all this type of stuff, and it's wild in there, right? And so a little while after that first one, you see the person that won the first one is back in. They're like, all right, we're about to start the second match. And the announcer's going on and everything like that. And you're kind of all, you're all there. And you hear, ding, the bell goes off and the fight starts. That was the second fight. And as that happens, you see one of Don Orcleone's people comes up and kind of looks at wherever the most of you are and kind of looks, and he's looking around for the others, right? And he just kind of is like, he looks at those of you there and goes, follow me. And he turns around and
Message to anybody who's not like immediately close to like tell them up.
Yeah. It's like a whistle and all of us form up.
Cool. And he notices, but he doesn't react. He's like, okay, he kind of expected that, right? And so you follow him, and he kind of leads you kind of into the back room, the back areas of this warehouse, right? Out of the crowd and everything. And when you get in the back, it's, there's really not much else around. You see a few other guards and stuff, and Don Orcleone's folks. And you arrive in the back. The orc you're following kind of pauses at a door, turns around, looks at each of you over with, without urgency, just kind of making sure, like taking inventory that you are who he thinks you are. His gaze rests kind of up for an extra moment at the blade on Kalon's hip there. And then looks at Awen.
Oh, yeah, I take that. As he calls us back, actually, I'll have taken that out.
Yeah. And so he kind of looks at that, and he looks over at Awen, and he looks at everybody else, and obviously he doesn't recognize Awen, but you just kind of, because you're in disguise.
Yeah.
And he nods once, and he goes, the door opens behind him, and he goes, he's expecting you. And then you step inside. So you go in, and the room is a little bit warmer than it was outside. You see a fire kind of in a small grate, against the far wall. Look, it's more almost for ambiance rather than heat, There's a heavy table at the center of it with 2 chairs on the far side and then several chairs on the near side. And basically there's a couple of guards. There's there's the guard that brought you in that kind of comes into the room and stands at that door. And there's another door in the back, and it's near on the other side of the table. And there's another huge guard there, right? That's also kind of standing there. And at the table, in one of the two chairs, you see Don Orcleone. Looks like he always looks. Man, maybe in his late 60s. Who's not, not earned his age the easy way, right? And so, he's got his nice dark suit. He looks good, but it's an aged look, right? And you look at his hands. He's got the hands of somebody who could probably break a jaw even today, and definitely used to do that a lot back in the day. He doesn't stand. He doesn't even extend a hand. He just gestures with a slow movement to the chairs across from him. Please, sit. And kind of looks at each of you. And there's a chair for everybody. Do you sit?
Axis will go ahead and step forward and sit.
All right. As you do, if everybody sits.
Yeah, I gotta hop up on the chair.
Yeah.
It's a little high for me.
Yeah.
I'm going to stand behind my chair.
And he kind of looks. And he's like, it's good to see you again. You've been busy, I understand. I trust you well. And he just kind of pauses. You've asked to see me. I am here. Tell me what brings you.
We hear that you've got a little rat within your possession. And we also hear a cat is on the trail of it. We would like to offer our services to protect a very powerful asset.
And he pauses for a second. He's like, friends, please. There's no need for us to be careful with each other in this way. Whatever's brought you here tonight has a source. Someone has spoken to you or sent you. And what they have said has been serious enough that you are sitting in this room asking me about it without quite asking me about it. Who told you? Tell me that, and we will know how to begin.
Could I do a roll?
4.
I don't know exactly what kind of roll it would be.
What are you trying to do?
Because Axis really wants to just be honest and everything about this, because we're shady people being equally shady. But also, like, I'm a little hesitant because I don't know how pissed he'll be if I say the collector.
He's asking you straight up, and he's kind of like alluding to the fact that he needs to know where this information that you're alluding to, right? You haven't told him out, right? Has come from. So, and remember the meeting back in Zolgrad, right? When you guys saw him in there, it was kind of if you have information, I have information, we will help each other with this, right? There's like
Yeah.
So.
There's a mutual understanding.
Right. So, he's waiting.
Yeah.
Cat is Cat's not talking during interactions like this because she doesn't have a good poker face.
It's the collector.
And he looks at Wes. And
I don't care if you don't like him.
I
don't like him either.
He pauses. He's just kind of a slow nod. And he leans back a little bit in his chair and he goes, the antiquarian.
I'd wondered if it would be him or someone else. Someone else would have been easier.
And he kind of pauses again. And he looks at you. He's like,
Sebastian Markant and I are not friends. We are not enemies. We are men who have agreed, for our own reasons, not to be in each other's way. I do not like him. I do not trust him in the way that I trust people I've made arrangements with. He is not, how shall I say, a man you can predict from his interests. Because I do not know what his interests are. This is a problem.
I'm glad we feel the same way about him.
But his information is good. I've learned this over many years. When the antiquarian says a thing, the thing tends to be true, even when I do not like it being true.
he looks at you.
So, tell me what he said. Then we will know whether he was wrong this time.
He
says
said
an
there's a
assassin.
defector.
Sorry. Yeah.
Nope, Wes is taking over.
He said that you are protecting a defector from the Crimson Reaper. But he also said that there's an assassin after him. And he knows that the defector is a valuable asset to not only you, but to him and to us. So the way I'm seeing it is that no matter how much you don't like him or I don't like him or he doesn't like you or I don't know where he stands on me, that somewhere within this there is a mutual agreement or a mutual benefit to protecting this asset.
And you see him, he's kind of very still listening to what you're saying. And when you finish, he doesn't immediately speak. He kind of looks at the table. And he looks over at the fire. You can tell he's thinking. He looks at one of the bodyguards who doesn't move. And then he looks back at you. He goes,
This is news to me.
You said you trust his information.
I knew my
Is this going to be the one time that you don't believe him?
No, he goes,
I knew my friend was not safe. I've known this for some weeks. I did not know there was already a man on his way. The people who hunt my friend I will be honest with you, more careful than my own people. They move quietly. They do not tell their plans even to those who serve them until the plan is already in motion. I have eyes in many places. The collector has eyes in other places. And I do not have eyes in those places.
and he kind of looks at each of you in turn.
Which means you're telling me a thing I should have known, and I did not know it. And so we must speak of what to do.
And he pauses for a second, and he's like, folds his hands on the table.
I will tell you where my friend is. I will give you what you need to be admitted there. You will go to him. You will keep him alive.
Then he pauses again. And he kind of watches each of you carefully. He's like,
In exchange, I have 2 requests. They are not large, but they are not negotiable. The first, my friend stays my friend. When this is over, when the man hunting him is no longer a problem, when whatever he can tell you has been told, my friend comes back to me. He works for me. He is my agent and my responsibility. You may speak to him. You may learn from him. You may protect him. You may even take him with you for a time, if the work requires it. But at the end, he's mine. I will not have him taken from me. Are we clear on this?
I have no intentions of taking your friend.
Good. Thank you. Now the second. You will defend my friend from the man who's been sent for him. I cannot do this myself. The people who serve me are skilled, but they are known. If my men are seen at this place, the people who hunt my friend will know I am there. They will escalate. We do not want them to escalate. Not yet.
He watches you.
You, on the other hand, are not my men. The people who serve the Reaper do not know to expect you. You will go where my men cannot. You will do what my men cannot. And in doing so, you will do me a favor I cannot easily repay. Of course, the antiquarian has likely already asked you to do this. I am asking you to do it for me as well. This way, when it is done, two of us will owe you something. That is a position you should enjoy being in. It does not last long.
And the Don reaches inside his coat and he brings out a small object. And he holds it for a moment and he kind of looks at it. You know, the way someone would look at a thing he just doesn't want to part with very often, right? And he sets it on the table between you. It's a heavy signet ring, like really heavy and thick. Dark gold, kind of worn smooth in the band, set with a single dark stone, cut with a sigil you've seen before on like the Don's men's, like his papers and things like that. Once on the door of a building, you know, things like that, right? He looks at it and he says,
"This is mine. You will return it to me when this is finished. My man at the place will know it. He has known it most of his life. When he sees it, he will admit you. He will give you my friend. He will give you whatever you need from the house to do what must be done."
Then he pauses once more and kind of almost like looks away, like there's a little bit of pride, and you see a little smile touch his face.
"The place is a half a day west of the city. It is in the woods off the main road. You'll not find it unless you know how to look for it. There's a turnoff, a narrow path, no markers. The path climbs through old growth for perhaps a mile. Then the trees open, and there's a glass apple orchard."
And you see his voice kind of softens. He's like,
"Most people in the city believe the trees are gone. They're not. Some of them are still there, where the founder first watched the morning sun come through. I have a few of them in my orchard. Quiet ones, old ones, cared for."
And then he kind of takes a deep breath and
"Go straight. Do not stop in the villages on the way. The road has been watched as of late. I do not know by whom, and I would rather you not give them a chance to ask. My steward there is an old man and a careful one. Be courteous with him. He will have been afraid for some weeks. Do not give him reason to be more afraid."
And then the Don stands slowly and with the deliberation of a man who knows what, basically his knees cost him, right? He's getting old. And the bodyguard at the rear of the door kind of uncrosses his arms in anticipation. And the Don extends, I don't know who's sitting like right across from him, but he extends a hand across the table, like to shake your hand.
I'm not sat down.
So whoever's right across from him, he's extending a hand.
Hi, John Bloodstone.
Yeah, right.
No, I'm just,
That's
no,
fine.
No, not me.
I imagine Wes or
Yeah,
my ass is gonna climb up on the fucking table then. So.
That's fine. He does though. I mean, he shakes your hand.
Yeah,
he looks
and
at
I'll look at him and just like, you said, Collector had information that you should have had. What should I do if I find out one of your men held something from you?
You can let me know, but don't take action on your own. As I said, it pains me to admit it, but the Crimson Reaper, his men are more careful than mine. Now, go quickly. Do not waste the night. My friend has waited long enough. And when you return with the ring and with my friend, bring me whatever you have learned about the man who was sent for him. I would like to know who he answers to. I would like to know what they have offered him. These things are useful to me.
I mean, he kind of gives you a little smile and little smell. Goes,
travel well.
Mahogany?
Right. Exactly.
That's got to be cedar.
keep a sniff. Yeah.
All right. He's kind of basically saying, go. Like, don't waste time.
Yeah.
I will just say, like, we'll get your friend. But if it turns out one of your men is holding me back from that, I will take action.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, question for you guys. Do you want to keep going tonight? If you do, I want to take a quick break. If not, this is a good place to end.
You guys, I'll go for another 5 fucking hours.
I do have a flight to catch, so I do have to be up pretty early.
All right. Then we'll end it here, and we'll pick up right here in next episode.
Not that I want to, but yeah.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. We'll see you next time. Bye.